Chapter 909. Su Chen, our undead race has never offended you. What do you want? A skinny saint-level undead race member stepped forward and asked Su Chen. He didn't seem to be afraid of Su Chen at all. You undead race invaded the human continent, massacred humans on Thousand Feather Island, and even captured my friends. Is this what you call not offending me? Su Chen narrowed his eyes and snorted. Captured your friends? The skinny saint-level undead race member was taken aback. He knew that the undead race had invaded the human continent. But Wan Qing had made a private deal with the Yao race to capture Han Kuan and the others. He knew nothing about it. There must be some misunderstanding, the skinny saint-level undead race member muttered. Just a misunderstanding and you're done with it? Su Chen smiled contemptuously. Today, if the undead race didn't give him an explanation, he wouldn't give up so easily. What do you want? A saint-level undead race member in a black robe asked coldly. After all, this was the undead race's continent. 4 saint-level undead race members were gathered here. No matter how strong Su Chen was, could he be a match for them? Hand over 1,000 level 9 and above energy stones, and I won't pursue this matter, Su Chen said calmly. 1,000 level 9 energy stones? Hearing this number, all the undead sucked in a breath of cold air. Did the undead race have so many level 9 energy stones? At this moment, they all thought that Su Chen wasn't here to solve the matter. He was clearly looking for trouble. What if we don't give it to you? The black-robed saint-level undead race member suppressed his anger and asked in a muffled voice. Su Chen pursed his lips and chuckled. 1 less energy stone, and I'll kill all of you here. Kill all of them? What an arrogant tone. There were thousands of undead race members present, and all of them were high-level cultivators. There were also 4 saint-level existences. Who gave Su Chen the courage to say such words? You think you can kill so many of us by yourself? The skinny undead saint-level master's eyes gradually turned cold. Su Chen's arrogance and condescension had already caused him to be on the verge of exploding with rage. Who said I was the only one? Su Chen said faintly, then snapped his fingers behind him. Immediately, a group of experts led by Qi Mufeng got off the carriage and stood beside Su Chen. Seeing so many level 10 and above powerhouses appear all of a sudden, the undead race's expression became much more dignified. Qi Mufeng, this is a matter between the undead clan and Su Chen. Does your Qi clan also want to get involved? The skinny undead sage-level master's eyelids twitched when he saw Qi Mufeng. If there was only Qi Mufeng's reply, he wouldn't care. Most importantly, Qi Mufeng had the Qi clan behind him, and the Qi clan was an exceptionally powerful force in the void. It wasn't something that the undead race could fight against. Su Chen is my sworn brother. Do you think I should get involved? Qi Mufeng sneered. Sworn brother? The undead race were all stunned, then fell into silence. Su Chen alone was already powerful enough. If Qi Mufeng joined the fray, they wouldn't have the slightest confidence to fight against them. Seeing that the undead race were all silent, Su Chen didn't waste any more time. He opened the pet breeding space and summoned all his spiritual pets. Then, he waved his hand and gave the order. Kill! Fight it out with him. The burly elder roared and charged towards Su Chen. Since Su Chen wasn't going to let them go, they could only fight with their lives. Kill! Qi Muxue followed closely behind Su Chen. Her performance was exceptionally eye-catching. Qi Mufeng and the rest also found their own opponents to fight. Mo Rong stood where he was and hesitated for a while. Then, he gritted his teeth and charged forward as well. Su Chen was his master. Master, you've already attacked. Even if you're facing your own race, you have no choice. Chapter 910. A great battle was about to break out. The entire square was instantly drowned out by the sounds of fighting. Su Chen locked onto the coarse old man and slashed out with his saber. A terrifying wave of lightning instantly spread out. A blue torrent swept forward. Wherever it passed, all the undead spirits that came into contact with it, regardless of their cultivation, were all turned into ashes. The coarse old man jumped in fright. He could clearly see that the blue torrent was rushing towards him. Although he knew that he could not resist it, he would not sit still and wait for death. When the blue torrent rushed in front of him, a bone shield suddenly appeared in his hand and blocked in front of him. There was a loud boom. The blue torrent hit the bone shield heavily, and then there was a violent explosion. When the smoke settled, the bone shield had been blown into countless pieces and scattered on the ground. The coarse old man behind the shield was charred black. Although he was not dead, he was seriously injured and looked like he was about to collapse. Su Chen moved his feet and appeared in front of the coarse old man in a flash. He punched out. There was a loud bang. The coarse old man's entire body was blasted into a fine powder. The people who were originally fighting stopped at this moment and looked at Su Chen with inexplicable horror. A dignified saint-level powerhouse couldn't even withstand a single blow from Su Chen and was killed. Su Chen's strength shocked everyone. Those undead spirits wished that they could grow a pair of wings and escape immediately. After killing the coarse old man, Su Chen turned to look at the black-robed sage-level undead spirit. A mocking smile slowly appeared on his face. Su Chen, we are willing to give you the energy stones. Stop. After seeing how terrifying Su Chen was, the black-robed sage-level undead spirit admitted defeat. It's too late. Su Chen growled and instantly rushed forward. Qi Mufeng and the others also continued to kill the undead spirits. You forced me to do this. When Su Chen rushed over, the black-robed undead sage-level expert's body rapidly expanded. Accompanied by an explosive sound, his body instantly turned into a white skeleton that was 10 feet tall. His body was surrounded by a strong aura of death. So he's an evil cultivator. Su Chen sneered. Su Chen, you can die now. White skeleton roared. It clenched a huge bone fist and smashed it toward Su Chen. You overestimate yourself. Su Chen smiled contemptuously. His hand glowed with a faint golden light as he punched out. Bang! When the two fists collided, an earth-shattering collision sound rang out. Violent waves of air surged in all directions. Asterisk crack. Asterisk what followed was the sound of bones breaking. The white skeleton's fists shattered under the impact of the huge impact, and even its thick bone arm was broken into several pieces. Asterisk da da da. Asterisk white skeleton took a few steps back. After stabilizing its body, it looked at Su Chen in horror. After turning into a skeleton, its strength and defense had increased several times. However, it was still defeated by Su Chen with a single punch. How powerful was Su Chen's body and strength? Trash. Do you think you can show off in front of me after turning into a skeleton? Su Chen sneered. Then, he jumped into the air, took out the primordial 5 Extremes mountain, and smashed it down from the sky. There was a loud bang. White skeleton was pressed to the ground without any resistance. Countless bones in its body were broken. For a moment, there were crisp sounds. Ah! White skeleton roared and struggled desperately, trying to escape from the primordial 5 Extremes mountain. Su Chen would not give it the chance. He walked forward and stomped on its head. Suddenly, thousands of shiny fragments appeared in front of him. Chapter 9:11. At the same time, Qi Mufeng also killed the skinny saint-level undead spirit with one strike. The last saint-level undead spirit was smashed into meat paste by the golden puppet with one punch. From then on, the 4 saint-level undead spirits were all killed. None of the remaining undead spirits were able to escape. They were all killed by the gold-devouring beetles and other spirit pets as well as Li Kueyang's group of powerful undead spirits. Su Chen looked at the densely packed fragments in the square and could not help but smile. Then, he collected the fragments and let the others search for them. The undead spirits present were not ordinary people. They had many good things on them. Half an hour later, the group returned with a full load. Old Mo, lead the way to that mountain. Su Chen immediately ordered after returning to the car. Although they had collected some level 9 energy stones, it was not enough to upgrade the intelligent war chariot to level 9. Therefore, they had to make a trip to the mountain that contained level 9 energy stones. Yes. Mo Rong replied and started to guide the intelligent war chariot. Su Chen was about to return to the driver's seat to tidy up the fragments when Qi Muyu walked over and said with a smile, Su Chen, how was my performance? When Su Chen said to attack, she was the first to charge forward. He thought that his performance was very good. So shouldn't Su Chen reward him? Not bad. Su Chen replied casually. Then without giving Qi Mushue a chance to speak again, he yawned and sat down in the driver's seat. He closed his eyes and rested. Damn it! Qi Mushue was so angry that her teeth were itching. However, She could not do anything to Su Chen. She could only stomp her feet to vent her anger. Su Chen returned to the driver's seat and started to tidy up the fragments. This time, he had killed 4 saint-level spirit pets and hundreds of high-level cultivators. The fragments that had been dropped had reached a terrifying amount of 60,000. If all of them were converted into energy points, the total number of energy points he had accumulated in the past would be close to 300,000, reaching a new height once again. However, Su Chen knew very well that as his level continued to increase, 300,000 energy points was actually not a lot. Purchasing a level 13 all-attribute fragment already required 30,000 energy points, and the subsequent ones would definitely double. Moreover, there were many people around him. Other than Wu Yazi and Li Kueyang, the 2 false saints, the others and all the spiritual pets were below level 10. Their cultivation was too low. Once the void was exhausted, he would lose his combat ability. This was something he absolutely did not wish to see. Therefore, increasing their strength was also a matter that could not be delayed. Su Chen thought about it and decided to leave 100,000 energy points for himself. The rest was used to increase the strength of others. The intelligent war chariot traveled for 2 days. On the 3rd day, it entered a vast mountain range. This mountain range was known as the Xitagaba Mountain Range. It was also where the level 9 energy stones were located. Old Mo, do you know the exact location? Su Chen glanced outside and asked calmly. It's in the middle of a huge mountain peak. I think it's the one in front. Mo Rong pointed at the most conspicuous mountain peak in front of them and said. Su Chen nodded and ordered, Satoshi, fly over quickly. Yes. The intelligent war chariot received the order and flew at full speed. Soon, it was near the mountain peak. Master, I feel danger here. The swift bird suddenly reminded him. Danger? Su Chen frowned. There was a level 10 golden python here, but a level 10 demon beast was not enough for the swift bird to sense danger. Then what was the source of the danger? Could it be that there were other experts hiding here? Chapter 9:12. Satoshi Land. Su Chen didn't think too much about it. On the mainland, he had never been afraid of anyone. So what if there was danger? Could he be a threat to him? The intelligent war chariot landed at the foot of the mountain, but it was quiet all around. Not to mention the golden python, there wasn't even a shadow. Su Chen glanced outside and said to the intelligent war chariot, Satoshi, search this mountain. Master, there's something in the mountain that can block my detection. The intelligent war chariot immediately replied. Su Chen was surprised and turned to the swift bird. Shao Sun, is the source of your danger from this mountain? Yes, I feel that there's a terrifying existence hidden inside. The swift bird replied and then said, however, I also feel that there's not only a level 9 energy stone, but also a lot of level 10 energy stones. And level 10 energy stones? Su Chen was pleasantly surprised. With level 10 energy stones, the intelligent war chariot and mechanical soldier could both level up to level 10. This trip was really worth it. As for the terrifying existence inside, it would be best if it knew what was good for it. If not, it would be killed on the spot. He would kill anyone who dared to stop him from obtaining energy stones. Then, Su Chen opened the door and got out of the car with Qi Mufeng. As for the rest, he left them in the car. Before the danger was resolved, he didn't want the others to take the risk. After getting out of the car, Su Chen looked around and saw a hidden cave at the foot of the mountain. It was pitch black inside, and he didn't know where it led to. Su Chen guessed that the terrifying existence was probably in the cave. In order to force the other party to show up, he raised his hand and shot out a lightning ball. There was a rumbling sound. The entire mountain trembled violently for a moment, and a sizable landslide appeared. However, when the stone fell, the cave was still abnormally quiet. Let's see how long you can endure. Su Chen snorted and condensed the violent thunderspell again. After all, his main objective was the energy stones. As long as the other party did not show up, he could just destroy the entire mountain. Stop. This old man will show himself. Just as Su Chen was about to throw out the lightning ball, an old voice came out from the cave. Immediately afterward, accompanied by a strange rustling sound, a huge golden snake came out of the stone cave. On the head of the snake, there was an old man with a withered face. Su Chen, I've long heard of your great name. Now that I've met you today, I can see that you're indeed a sharp person. The withered old man sized up Su Chen and chuckled. You know me? Su Chen asked softly. He was sure that this was the first time he had met this old man. How did this old man recognize him? However, at this moment, Qi Mufeng's expression changed slightly. He bowed to the withered old man and asked, Senior, are you Supremacy Carefree? The withered old man glanced at Qi Mufeng and smiled. So it's someone from the Qi clan. I am Wu You. Supremacy Carefree? Su Chen muttered to himself and looked at Qi Mufeng. Qi Mufeng whispered, Su Chen, Supremacy Carefree is a third-stage saint. He's also very famous in the void. Su Chen, you're here for energy stones, right? Reverend Wu You withdrew his smile and stared at Su Chen as he spoke in an indifferent tone. Yes. Su Chen replied straightforwardly. Since this was Supremacy Carefree's territory, the level 9 and level 10 energy stones would definitely belong to him. However, since he was already here, he would definitely not be satisfied if he did not obtain anything. Chapter 9:13. Since that's the case, I'll give you some. I can't let you come here for nothing. As Venerable Carefree spoke, he began to rummage through his storage bag. This old fellow is quite sensible. Su Chen was delighted. Since Venerable Carefree had taken the initiative to give him something, he didn't have to make a move. After all, he had no enmity with Venerable Carefree. He really couldn't find a reason to make a move. However, when he saw Venerable Carefree take out 5 grade 9 energy stones, Su Chen's face darkened. He said coldly, Senior, do you think 5 grade 9 energy stones are enough to get rid of me? You think it's too little? Venerable Carefree said casually. Then, he took out another 5. I'll give you another 5. You should be satisfied now, right? Su Chen took a deep breath. At this moment, he had a feeling that Venerable Carefree was toying with him. Suppressing his anger, Su Chen said coldly, What if I'm still not satisfied? Venerable Carefree's face darkened slightly. He said seriously, Su Chen, I heard that you're extremely cruel, killing people and exterminating clans at the slightest provocation. However, from what I understand, although you're unscrupulous in your actions, you abide by the rules. The people you killed were all people who had a grudge with you or offended you. This old man has no enmity with you, and this is the first time we've met. You won't rob me, right? F***CK. Su Chen was dumbfounded. Venerable Carefree was actually reasoning with him, and his words were clear and logical. Indeed, he had killed countless people, but those people had all offended him. And Venerable Carefree hadn't offended him. If he were to rob him, it would be a little unreasonable. However, grade 9 and grade 10 energy stones were too important to him. He had to get them no matter what. Su Chen's thoughts turned. He asked, Senior, you're from the undead race, right? Yes. Venerable Carefree nodded. He didn't care too much. Unexpectedly, Su's face suddenly turned cold. He snorted and said, I have a few good friends who were captured by you undead clan members and sold to the demon clan. I don't know if they are still alive. As for the undead who captured my friend, he said that he was ordered by a 3rd-level saint rank expert. In the undead continent, there is only one 3rd-level saint rank expert, right? At this point, Su Chen's body exuded a faint murderous aura. He seemed to be saying that if Venerable Worryless didn't give him an explanation, it would be difficult to resolve the situation today. Supremacy Worryless was stunned upon hearing this. He had never done such a thing. Wasn't Su Chen clearly trying to frame him? Qi Mufeng swallowed his saliva hard. He knew that Han Kuan and the others had been captured. However, this matter was clearly his doing. Su Chen was trying to shift the blame onto revered Carefree. This was clearly looking for trouble. This is a real bandit. Qi Muxue, who was in the intelligent war chariot, secretly despised him. Previously, when they were in the elf continent, they had snatched the swift bird from the Titan. Su Chen had humiliated them, saying that the Qi family were all bandits. However, wasn't Su Chen acting like a bandit now? He had casually found an excuse, and the next step would definitely be to snatch it. Such a person still dared to say that the Qi family was a bandit? He was utterly shameless. You're saying that I was the one who did this? Do you have proof? Supremacy Worryless said angrily. He wouldn't accept such a label being pinned on him for no reason at all. Of course I do. Su Chen was prepared. He pointed at the intelligent war chariot behind him and said confidently, "The people in the chariot are all witnesses. They can testify for me." Chapter 9:14. F** King Hell. Supremacy Worryless roared in his heart. The people in the car were Su Chen's friends. Of course, they would listen to whatever Su Chen said. How could these people be witnesses? Su Chen was too F** King shameless. Qi Mufeng, tell me. Is that the case? Supremacy Worryless took a deep breath and suppressed the rage in his heart. He turned to question Qi Mufeng. He had met Qi Mufeng before, and he knew him quite well. He did not believe that Qi Mufeng would lie. Brother Qi, just tell the truth. Su Chen winked at Qi Mufeng and said calmly. Qi Mufeng was speechless for a moment. He felt like he was at the center of a storm. Under the gaze of Supremacy Worryless and Su Chen, he slowly lowered his head and muttered, "Yes." Su Chen was his sworn brother after all. It was only right for him to help Su Chen. Even if he knew that he was lying, he had no other choice. Shameless! Supremacy Worryless was so angry that his hair stood on end. He had never expected that Qi Mufeng, who had always prided himself on being straightforward, would actually start to lie. How despicable! Senior, watch your words. Su Chen snorted softly and reprimanded him like an old man. Don't think that you can flaunt your seniority just because you're old. If you still don't know how to restrain yourself, I'm going to beat you up. Qi Mufeng gulped and stared at Su Chen in a daze. He thought to himself, Su Chen is too ruthless. He's trying to anger Supremacy Worryless to death. As expected, Supremacy Worryless' chest heaved violently. He was clearly on the verge of exploding. However, he was still very restrained. He looked at Su Chen and said in a deep voice, "Su Chen, tell me, what exactly do you want?" "Senior, if you give me some energy stones as compensation, I will not pursue this matter." Su Chen smiled faintly. "I see." Venerable Worryless came to a realization and gnashed his teeth in fury. Su Chen had found such an excuse. So it was all for the energy stones. "How much do you want?" Revered Carefree asked in a muffled voice. "Give me 100 level 9 and 10 energy stones each," Su Chen said calmly. From the sound of it, level 9 and level 10 energy stones were as common as cabbages. 100 of each? Qi Mufeng's mouth was slightly open, and his expression was blank. He had long guessed that Su Chen would demand an exorbitant price, but he didn't expect it to be so exorbitant. 200 energy stones of level 9 and level 10. Wasn't this asking for Venerable Worryless' life? "Su Chen, what if I refuse?" Venerable Worryless' voice was unusually cold. As a stage 3 saint rank expert, he was a respected existence even in the void. But in Su Chen's eyes, he was nothing. Su Chen's arrogance and conceit had thoroughly infuriated him. He didn't intend to continue tolerating it. "If you don't give it to me, I'll have to fight." Su Chen pursed his lips and said indifferently, "Do you really think you're invincible?" Venerable Worryless sneered. "In the continent, I am an invincible existence," Su Chen said loudly with a solemn expression. He didn't have the slightest intention of keeping a low profile. Venerable Worryless clicked his tongue. "I admit that you are indeed very strong in the continent. I can't defeat you. But if you want to defeat me, it's also impossible." "You're that confident?" Su Chen narrowed his eyes and exclaimed softly. In the continent, Venerable Worryless was the first person who dared to say such words in front of him. "If you can't, you can try," Venerable Worryless said seriously. Chapter 9:15. Then I won't hold back. Su Chen harumphed coldly. With a kick, he charged at Supremacy Worryless like a startled swan. He had to get the energy stones. Since Supremacy Worryless didn't know what was good for him, he had to make a move. Seeing Su Chen's speed, Supremacy Worryless' eyelids twitched. Without hesitation, he took out a small golden bell and threw it into the air. Then, he raised his hand and threw it into the air. Golden light pulsed on it, and then it turned into a few dozen feet in size, covering his head. Su Chen didn't think much of it. He rushed forward, clenched his fist, and punched the golden bell. Dong! After a loud sound, the golden bell didn't move at all. It didn't seem to be damaged at all. Ha ha! Supremacy worryless laughter came from within the bell. Su Chen, my golden emperor bell is a top-notch defensive sacred artifact. No matter how powerful you are, you can forget about breaking its defense. Do you still think you can defeat me now? Hearing this, Qi Mufeng was stunned. A stage 3 sage was fighting one-on-one with Su Chen, but he chose to be a coward and didn't even dare to make a move. And he still had the nerve to mock Su Chen? Did he not want his old face anymore? Su Chen didn't get angry. He sized up the golden emperor bell and said indifferently, "Do you think I can't do anything to you just because you're hiding in your turtle shell?" Admittedly, the golden emperor bell's defense was very strong. But his methods weren't as simple as what he saw now. He still hadn't used any of his trump cards with great lethality. Su Chen, don't try to talk big. If you can break my defense, I'll surrender immediately. Supremacy worryless provoked. As you wish. As Su Chen's eyes gradually narrowed, he reached out and took out the Yuan combined 5 extremes mountain. After it expanded to 100 feet in size, it flew above the golden emperor bell and smashed down heavily. There was a loud boom. It shook the surrounding mountains, causing them to tremble. The golden emperor bell suffered a heavy blow and was embedded into the ground. However, the surface was still shining with a bright golden light, and it didn't seem to be damaged at all. Seeing this, Su Chen was slightly moved. One had to know that the integrated 5 extremes mountain weighed 108,000 kilograms. This weight was not something that an ordinary sacred artifact could withstand. Su Chen, you won't be able to break through my defenses. Why don't you just stop here? Revered Carefree said in a low voice. This time, he did not provoke Su Chen. Although Su Chen's attack didn't do anything to him, he was still afraid that Su Chen would continue to smash him like this. No matter how strong the Donghuang bell was, it would not be able to withstand hundreds and thousands of such attacks. Qi Mufeng secretly broke out in cold sweat for supremacy worryless. Su Chen still had 2 powerful killing moves that he had yet to use. This was especially true for the fusion of ice and fire magic. Even 7 Frost Sword had been killed in one move. How could a mere golden emperor bell stop him? Once Su Chen was angered and used this move, Revered Carefree would be reduced to ashes along with the bell. The person who wants me to stop hasn't been born yet. Su Chen snorted and walked into the air step by step. Then, 1 turned into 2, 2 turned into 4. Suddenly, 10 phantoms appeared, as well as 2 identical Su Chens. In order to shatter the Golden Emperor Bell's defenses, Su Chen used the 10,000 Lights 10 Shadows killing technique and summoned his second primordial spirit. All of a sudden, the 12 Su Chen launched their attacks at the same time. Various types of spell techniques and several holy swords rained down from the sky in a torrential downpour. What kind of sacred art is this? Facing Su Chen's storm-like attacks, Revered Carefree was completely stunned. For the first time, he doubted the Golden Emperor Bell's defenses. Chapter 9:16. Boom! With an earth-shattering explosion, the entire Golden Emperor Bell was smashed into the ground. Furthermore, dense cracks appeared on its surface, and the golden glow on it dimmed. It was clearly severely damaged and could not withstand Su Chen's next attack. Old Wu, do you still want to fight? Su Chen glanced at the deep pit and asked calmly. Although Venerable Carefree was a little pretentious, he was not bad overall. Su Chen's main goal was the energy stones. He did not want to kill Venerable Carefree. No, I admit defeat. Venerable Carefree crawled out of the deep pit, his face covered in dust and looking battered and exhausted. The Golden Emperor Bell was almost shattered. What could he use to fight Su Chen? If he continued, he would not be able to keep his life. Old Wu, according to the agreement, shouldn't you give me the energy stones? Su Chen did not want to waste time with him and directly asked for the energy stones. Venerable Carefree's face turned red. He gritted his teeth and said, I can give you 100 level 9 energy stones, but I only have 40 level 10 energy stones. But don't worry, I can use other things to replace them. Venerable Carefree had done a very good job in this aspect. Su Chen nodded slightly. That's it. I don't want anything else. The intelligent war chariot needed 30 level 9 energy stones to upgrade to level 9 and another 30 level 10 energy stones to upgrade to level 10. The remaining 10 could be used to install the mechanical soldiers. Therefore, he was already very satisfied with the amount Venerable Carefree gave him. Is that okay? Venerable Carefree was a little embarrassed. I always keep my word. Senior, just give it to me, Suchen promised. Venerable Carefree did not hesitate anymore. He took out a storage bag and threw it to Suchen. Suchen counted the amount. After confirming that there were no mistakes, he smiled and said to Venerable Carefree, Senior, I won't disturb you any further. With that, he walked toward the intelligent war chariot with Chi Mufeng. Now that he had achieved his goal, he had to hurry to the monster continent to rescue Han Kuan and the others. Supremacy Carefree hesitated for a moment before finally saying, Suchen, wait a moment. Anything else? Suchen stopped and turned around to look at revered Carefree. Suchen, have you offended Heaven Scattering Taoist? Venerable Carefree probed. Heaven Scattering Taoist? Suchen gradually narrowed his eyes, a cold light flashing in his eyes. In the secret realm of the Yunluo Mountains, the Heaven Scattering Taoist had sent 5 sage-level experts to kill him. It could be said that Heaven Scattering Taoist had been put on his must-kill list. I once robbed him of his things, and he once sent people to kill me. Suchen didn't try to hide anything. Had he robbed something from Heaven Scattering Taoist? Taoist Carefree smacked his lips and secretly thought that Suchen was really audacious. He even dared to rob Heaven Scattering Taoist's things. Suchen, if you enter the void, you must be careful. Heaven Scattering Taoist is gathering people to deal with you. Venerable Carefree took a breath and reminded him. The reason why he told him this was firstly to thank Suchen for showing mercy. Secondly, he believed that as long as Suchen didn't die, he would become a supreme expert sooner or later. Maybe he would even be promoted to the legendary divine realm. He also wanted to take this opportunity to form a good relationship with him. Senior, thank you for reminding me. Suchen thanked him. He had expected that Heaven Scattering Taoist wanted to deal with him in the void. However, Venerable Carefree did warn him at the risk of offending Heaven Scattering Taoist, which was indeed worth thanking. Chapter 9:17. You're welcome, Venerable Wuyo said with a smile. Senior, do you know which stage of the saint-level Heaven Scattering Taoist is at? Suchen continued to ask. Last time, he learned from Chi Mufeng that Heaven Scattering Taoist was very powerful, but he didn't know his specific cultivation. Therefore, he wanted to find out more from Venerable Wuyo. Venerable Wuyo thought for a moment and replied, I don't know which stage of the saint level he is at, but rumor has it that his strength is second only to the Realm Lord. Realm Lord? It was the first time Suchen heard of it, and he couldn't help but frown. Chi Mufeng explained, the Realm Lord is the strongest person in the alliance of 10,000 tribes. Rumor has it that his cultivation is likely to have broken through to the God Realm. Hiss. Suchen gasped. The God Realm was beyond the 10th stage of the saint level. It was needless to say how powerful he was. But was there still a God Realm existence? A long time ago, he had heard from the gold-devouring bug that almost all the God Realm experts had fallen in a great battle 10,000 years ago. Therefore, he still had some doubts about whether the Realm Lord was a God Realm expert or not. I can't be sure whether the Realm Lord is a God Realm expert or not, but there is no doubt that he is the strongest person in the alliance of 10,000 tribes, Venerable Wuyo said with a smile. Suchen took a breath and then asked, where is the Realm Lord in the void? In his opinion, even if the Realm Lord was not a God Realm expert, he was at least a 10th stage saint-level expert. He was definitely not someone he could fight against. It was best to avoid him in advance when he entered the void in the future. Venerable Wuyo shook his head and said with a wry smile, the Realm Lord's whereabouts are unpredictable. The entire void can be regarded as his home, but no one can find him. The meaning in his words was that the Realm Lord was a mysterious and powerful existence. Suchen didn't dwell on this matter. Since the Realm Lord was in charge of the 10,000 tribes, he should be very busy. As long as one didn't provoke him, it shouldn't attract his attention. After a while, Suchen and Venerable Wuyo chatted about Heaven Scattering Taoist for a while and then left. Behind them, the intelligent war chariot headed straight for Yuyuan City. Near Yuyuan City, there was a realm passage that connected to the demon race. When one reached there, they would be able to find the realm point and enter the demon race continent. On the way, Qi Mufeng came to Su Chen's side and whispered, Su Chen, after entering the monster race's continent, I must return to my family as soon as possible. Did something happen to your Qi clan? Su Chen asked. That's not it. Qi Mufeng smiled and explained, I just received a message from my family. The Starry Sky tournament has been brought forward by a year and will be held in half a year. I have to go back and prepare. Starry Sky competition? Su Chen looked at Qi Mufeng in confusion and asked, Brother Qi, what is the Starry Sky Grand Tournament? To put it bluntly, the Starry Sky Grand Tournament is a competition between the strongest of the younger generation of our alliance of 10,000 races, Qi Mufeng said. The Starry Sky Grand Tournament included the young experts of the continent and the void, so it must be very valuable. But what Su Chen couldn't figure out was, what was the point of organizing a competition? Brother Qi, what is the purpose of the Starry Sky Grand Tournament? Su Chen asked. To select a place to enter the Void Secret Realm. Qi Mufeng replied and then explained, the Void Secret Realm opens once every 100 years. There are countless treasures and spiritual materials inside, but it's also extremely dangerous. Not only will the cultivators of our alliance of 10,000 races enter, but the void beasts will also send people in. Chapter 9:18. Both the Myriad Tribes Alliance and the Void Beasts were fighting to enter the Void Secret Land. This meant that there must be a lot of treasures in the Void Secret Land. Su Chen was tempted. He asked, Brother Qi, can I participate in the Starry Sky Grand Competition? Yes, but you have to join a big force first, Qi Mufeng said. Su Chen suddenly remembered that in the mysterious heavenly continent, one had to join a big force and go through a selection process to enter the Void Battleground. This was different from the Starry Sky Grand Competition. Brother Qi, it shouldn't be a problem for me to join the Qi family, right? Su Chen asked. He had offended all the big forces of the human tribe. Moreover, the human tribe sage level wanted to kill him. None of them would accept him. After thinking about it, only the Qi family was suitable. No problem at all, Qi Mufeng promised. In fact, he said this to persuade Su Chen to join the Qi family. With Su Chen's strength, even in the Starry Sky Grand Competition where geniuses gathered, he would definitely come in first place. This way, the Qi family would be able to get more spots. Cooperating with Su Chen would be beneficial to both sides. Su Chen nodded. I'll have to trouble you, Brother Qi. However, I still have some things to deal with. I can't go back to the Qi family with you this time. Rescuing Han Kuan and the others, killing Ji Tsongzi, and finding a blacksmith master were urgent matters. At the very least, he had to deal with these two things before he could enter the Void Battleground. It's okay. As long as you can get there in time. Qi Mufeng replied. He then took out a white bead and gave it to Su Chen. He said, Su Chen, this is a communication bead. You can use it to find the exact location of the Void Battleground. Qi Mufeng's communication bead could be contacted from thousands of miles away. It was obvious that the communication bead was extraordinary. Su Chen carefully put it away in his storage pouch. Then, he chatted with Qi Mufeng about the Starry Sky Grand Competition. After that, he installed the new Level 9 Energy Stone on the Intelligent War Chariot. When the Intelligent War Chariot was upgraded to Level 9, it was equipped with a Level 10 Energy Stone. Now that the Intelligent War Chariot had reached Level 10, the various abilities of the Intelligent War Chariot had increased tremendously. The detection function that Su Chen valued the most directly soared to a range of 10,000 kilometers. Other than that, he also used 2 level-up gems to upgrade the Mechanical Soldier to Level 10. He also installed the remaining 10 Level 10 Energy Stones, which were enough to ensure that it could be used for a long time. 2 days later, the Intelligent War Chariot successfully entered the Demonic Beast continent. Since he didn't know the exact location of the saint-level Devouring Heavens, Su Chen caught a high-level demonic beast nearby and interrogated it for the exact location. The sky-devouring beast's lair was located in a mountain range called Shell Lake. The Shell Lake mountain range was less than 10,000 kilometers away from here, which happened to be within the detection range of the Intelligent War Chariot. Locking onto the Shell Lake mountain range, the Intelligent War Chariot sped over. They didn't encounter any obstacles along the way. In a few hours, They appeared in front of the Shell Lake mountain range. Satoshi, search for any humans, Su Chen ordered. Han Kuan and the others were bought by the sky-devouring beast. If there were any humans here, it was likely to be them. Master, I've found 4. The intelligent war chariot quickly replied and transmitted the images of the 4 humans to the central control screen. Han Kuan! Su Chen recognized them at a glance and immediately heaved a sigh of relief. Chapter 9:19. However, there was one thing that Su Chen did not expect. At this time, Han Kuan and the other 3 were in a small courtyard. The surroundings were quiet and there was not even a guard. It seemed that they were living a very comfortable life. They did not look like they were captured at all. It was more like they were here for a vacation. What was going on? Su Chen was puzzled. After thinking for a while, he said, Satoshi, find the location of the strongest person here. The image on the central control screen changed to a huge mountain. At the top of the mountain, there was a row of simple wooden houses. Inside, an old man in animal skin was drinking tea leisurely. After breaking through to level 10, demonic beasts could transform into human form. This old man was most likely the sky-devouring beast. Su Chen looked away after a glance and said to the intelligent war chariot, Satoshi, go find Han Kuan and the others first. Yes. The intelligent war chariot turned on the flying function and soon flew to the small courtyard where Han Kuan and the others were. Han Kuan and the other 3 had seen the intelligent war chariot before. However, it was their first time seeing the intelligent war chariot in its flying form. They were a little panicked when they did not know who was coming. Su Chen opened the car door and flew into the small courtyard with a smile on his face. Su Chen. When they saw that it was Su Chen, Han Kuan and the others were pleasantly surprised. Su Chen, how did you find this place? Han Kuan ran to Su Chen with a complicated expression on his face. Su Chen was definitely not just passing by. He was here to save them, which made Han Kuan feel very touched. However, this was the demonic beast continent after all. There was a sage-level demonic beast nearby. Su Chen would definitely be killed if he was discovered by the sage-level demonic beast. I got to know about your situation from Lu Yuan by chance. Su Chen said with a smile. Su Chen, you'd better leave quickly. Otherwise, you'll be in danger. Han Kuan gritted his teeth and said. In recent years, Su Chen had been stirring up a storm in the human world and the non-humankind world, but he didn't know about any of these things. Therefore, his understanding of Su Chen's strength was still the same as when they first met. At that time, Su Chen was only level 4. Even though more than a year had passed, he should at most be level 6, right? How could a level 6 demon beast be a match for a saint-level demon beast? He would probably be smashed into meat paste in a single exchange. Leave. Su Chen laughed involuntarily. He knew what Han Kuan was thinking and said calmly, the sky-devouring demon from the demon clan captured you and brought you here. If you don't give me an explanation, I don't mind completely eliminating the demon clan. Exterminate the demon clan? Han Kuan's mouth was slightly agape, and he was completely dumbfounded. Han Feng and the other 2 were dumbstruck when they heard these words. Su Chen actually wanted to eliminate the demon clan. This was something that they had never thought of and dared not imagine. Su Chen, you're not joking with me, right? Han Kuan recovered from his shock and asked in a trembling voice. To eliminate the demon clan, one must first eliminate the saint-level demon beast. Could Su Chen do it? It was impossible even if one thought with their toes. After all, Su Chen was too young. No matter how talented he was, he definitely couldn't reach the saint level. How could he be a match for a saint-level demon beast? Eliminating the demon clan is actually not difficult for me, Su Chen said seriously. This was not an exaggeration at all. With his current strength and many helpers, if he really wanted to eliminate the demon clan, no one could stop him. Han Kuan stared at Su Chen in a daze and was speechless for a moment. In his impression, Su Chen was not someone who liked to brag. Then why did he say that? Chapter 9:20. However, at this moment, a figure flew over from afar. Before the person arrived, a powerful aura crushed over. The demon clan sage is here. Han Kuan and the other 3 were shocked. Su Chen was calm. He knew that it was sky-devouring beast. He wanted to find trouble with Sky-Devouring Beast. Since Sky-Devouring Beast took the initiative to come, it saved him a lot of trouble. Soon, an old man in animal skin came over. When he saw Su Chen's face, his eyelids twitched and he withdrew his aura. He asked, "Are you Su Chen?" "Yes," Su Chen said calmly. Judging from his expression, he did not take Sky-Devouring Beast seriously at all. The old man in animal skin clicked his tongue and put on a smile. "I've heard that Brother Su has an imposing appearance. Today, I see that you live up to your reputation. I'm Sky-Devouring Beast. Greetings, Brother Su." Sky-Devouring Beast was very humble and there was a hint of flattery in his tone. Han Kuan and the other three were dumbfounded. A demon clan sage took the initiative to befriend Su Chen? Moreover, he seemed to be very afraid of Su Chen. Su Chen was stunned for a moment and then sneered. "Am I close to you? Don't try to worm your way into being friends with me." He was a little confused about what Sky-Devouring Beast was up to. Logically speaking, he had killed countless demons. Even if Sky-Devouring Beast did not attack him, he should not treat him with such an attitude. After being scolded by Su Chen, Sky-Devouring Beast was not angry. Instead, he smiled embarrassedly. "Brother Su, you're right. I was rude." Ha! Han Kuan and the other three were completely stunned. Sky-Devouring Beast actually took the initiative to apologize to Su Chen after being scolded. Was a demon clan sage so nice? Was he so cowardly in front of Su Chen? "Old Devouring Beast, you should know why I'm here, right?" Su Chen said calmly. One would not hit a smiling person. Sky-Devouring Beast was so tactful that he was not used to it. "I know." Tunshin nodded and pointed at Han Kuan and the other three. "They must be here for them. The four of them are my friends, but you captured them. Tell me, how should I deal with this matter?" Su Chen narrowed his eyes. A cold light flickered in his eyes, and his voice was much colder. The Sky-Devouring Beast swallowed its saliva and hurriedly replied, "In all honesty, I brought them here for their safety." Su Chen raised his eyebrows slightly. Sky-Devouring Beast's answer was beyond his expectations. The Heaven-Devouring Beast continued to explain, "On that day, various forces rushed into Thousand Feather Island and mercilessly massacred the human race. If I hadn't taken the opportunity to buy them back, they would have died on Thousand Feather Island." "So I have to thank you?" Su Chen chuckled. "I don't dare." Sky-Devouring replied with a trembling voice. "Tell me your purpose," Su Chen said coldly. Not only was there no friendship between him and the demon race, but there was also a considerable grudge between them. Why would the Sky-Devouring Beast help him? There must be a purpose for this. Sky-Devouring Beast said truthfully, "Our demon race has offended you before. The main purpose of this matter is to make up for our mistakes and beg for your forgiveness." Su Chen's fierce reputation had long spread to every foreign race. He acted without scruples and would easily kill and exterminate a race. In the continent, almost no one could suppress Su Chen. Fearing Su Chen's revenge, he could only do something to satisfy Su Chen. When Han Kuan and the other three heard this, their hearts shook. At this moment, they realized that Su Chen should be very strong, so strong that even the demon race's saint-level experts had to bow down in front of him. Could it be that Su Chen is also a saint-level expert? Thinking of this, Han Kuan took a deep breath. Chapter 921. Su Chen was in a difficult position now. He originally thought that he could go on a killing spree in the demon race, but Tunshin was so tactful and took the initiative to help him. If he insisted on taking action, it would be a little unreasonable. However, he was unwilling to only take away Han Kuan and the other three and not get any benefits. At this moment, Tunshin walked up and took out a storage bag and placed it in Su Chen's hands. He smiled and said, "Our demon race was in the wrong in the past. This is a small gift as compensation." At first, Su Chen didn't care, but after seeing the contents of the storage bag, he became excited. Not only were there hundreds of high-grade energy stones and 2 wind spirit stones, there was also a mechanical heart. The value of the mechanical heart was self-evident, and it was something he urgently needed. He also had a saint-level puppet in his storage bag that lacked the mechanical heart. If he installed it and woke it up, combined with the golden puppet, he could reach Saint Level 3. In the future, it would definitely be a great help when he entered the void. You're giving me everything inside? Su Chen took a deep breath and probed. It's just a small gift. Brother Su, please accept it. Tunshin smiled and said. This time, he had put in a lot of effort to beg for Su Chen's forgiveness. If Su Chen didn't accept it, he would feel uneasy. Then I won't be polite. Su Chen's mouth twitched and said, Old Tunshin, you're not bad. You're sensible. If you meet any trouble in the future, tell me your name. I'll protect you. Thank you, Brother Su. Tunshin was overjoyed. Although Su Chen only gave a simple promise, it was very precious. With Su Chen's super talent and strength, he would become the strongest in the void sooner or later. One day, he might even reach the realm of a sector lord. With such a strong person protecting them, the demon race would prosper. Su Chen kept the item in his storage bag and asked, Old Tunshin, where did you get the mechanical heart? The mechanical heart was something that could only be found by chance. He wanted to get some information from Tunshin and get a few more pieces. The heaven-devouring beast hesitated for a moment and said, I got it from a saint stage void beast. After saying that, it seemed to be worried that Su Chen would be angry and explained, However, I only had a transaction with him. I didn't do anything harmful to the alliance. Su Chen didn't care. In his opinion, there was no difference between the void beasts and other foreign races. As long as they didn't provoke him, he didn't care about other things. All right, if there's nothing else, we'll part. After figuring out the origin of the mechanical heart, Su Chen planned to leave the demon race's continent. Su Chen, there's a passage to the void here. We're going back to our family. Qi Mufeng led Qi Muxue and Qi Muyu down the carriage and came to Su Chen's side. Oh. Su Chen nodded. Before entering the demon race's continent, Qi Mufeng said that he was going to return to the void. However, when it was time to leave, he still couldn't bear to. After all, they had been together and fought side by side for a period of time. Moreover, they got along very well. When Tunshin heard that Qi Mufeng was going to return to the void, he had a thought and asked Qi Mufeng, May I know which family in the void is this friend from? Those who could establish a family in the void were definitely not ordinary people. They were enough to attract his attention. Void Fortress, Qi family. Qi Mufeng said directly. Chapter 922. The Qi family. The sky-devouring beast was shocked. The Qi family was one of the top 10 hidden families in the void, and they even had a 5th-stage saint-level patriarch. They were definitely one of the top families in the void. So it's Brother Qi. I've heard a lot about you. After learning about Qi Mufeng's identity, the sky-devouring beast was much more respectful. You're welcome. Qi Mufeng replied lightly. Old devouring beast, since Brother Qi wants to enter the void from the demon clan, I'll have to trouble you to help, Su Chen said with a smile. Don't worry, leave it to me, the sky-devouring beast said confidently. It was eager to be on good terms with the Qi family. Later, Su Chen chatted with Qi Mufeng for a while and gave him some seeds before leaving. After Qi Mufeng, his sister, and the sky-devouring beast left, Su Chen led Han Kuan and the others into the car. Satoshi, find the boundary point that connects to the dwarf clan. Back in the car, Su Chen first instructed the intelligent war chariot, and then asked Han Kuan and the others, How have you been in the demon clan? Pretty good. There's food and drink, but we can't move around freely, Han Kuan said with a smile. Su Chen nodded slightly, and then his gaze fell on Ji Wushuang. Uncle, we're quite fated. Senior, thank you for saving my life, Ji Wushuang said gratefully. He still remembered the scene when he met Su Chen. Everywhere Su Chen went, there would be a bloody storm. At first, he regarded Su Chen as a god of plague, a god of death, and wished he could stay as far away from Su Chen as possible. But later, he realized that Su Chen was not only a god of death, but also his savior. Including this time, he had saved him twice. Therefore, his gratitude to Su Chen came from the bottom of his heart. Su Chen waved his hand and didn't care. Su Chen, what is your cultivation level now? Han Kuan probed. He suspected that Su Chen had advanced to the saint rank, but he felt that it was impossible. I just reached the first level of the saint realm. Su Chen did not hide anything. Hiss! Han Kuan and the other three looked at each other and fell into deep shock. After that, the intelligent war chariot, flew for 2 days and found the boundary point that connected to the dwarf continent. It successfully entered the dwarf continent. The dwarf continent gave Su Chen a very desolate feeling. Within the 10,000-kilometer range of the intelligent war chariot, they only found a few dwarves. In order to confirm Ji Tsongzi's location, Su Chen called Wu Yazi out of the primal chaos space. "Senior, we have already entered the dwarf continent. Where is that Ji Tsongzi?" Su Chen asked. Hearing that they had entered the dwarf race's continent, Wu Yazi became excited. It had been hundreds of years since he left the dwarf continent. During this period, his heart had been filled with hatred. Now, he finally had a chance to take revenge. If he's not in the void, he'll be at Li Tianfeng Peak. Wu Yazi took a breath and said, "Satoshi, search for Li Tianfeng Peak." "Let's go immediately," Su Chen ordered. "Master, Li Tianfeng Peak is not in the search range," the intelligent war chariot immediately replied. Li Tianfeng Peak was obviously out of the intelligent war chariot's detection range. Su Chen said, "Senior, please guide Fong Fong." Wu Yazi nodded and pointed the direction for the intelligent war chariot. A day later, the intelligent war chariot arrived at the foot of a huge mountain. This mountain was thousands of feet high and pierced the clouds. It was Li Tianfeng Peak. Su Chen, Ji Tsongzi is very vigilant. Once he senses danger, he will run away immediately. We can't go to him rashly. Wu Yazi reminded him. Chapter 923. Can he still escape from the continent? Su Chen asked, puzzled. With his current strength, even if the other party ascended to the heavens or descended to the earth, he wouldn't be able to escape from his grasp. You don't know, but leaving Heaven Edge has a teleportation formation that connects to the void. Once he escapes into the void, it will be very difficult to catch him, Wu Yazi explained. It will take some time for him to enter the teleportation formation, right? I can capture or kill him in an extremely short period of time, not giving him the chance to teleport, Su Chen said. If he went all out, very few people could withstand half a move from him. So far, only Han Sword 7 was capable of doing this. He didn't believe that Ji Tsongzi had the strength of 7th Sword Han. Even if he did, it didn't matter because he could summon his second primordial spirit. In a 2-on-1 situation, he could definitely kill the other party in an instant. No. Wu Yazi shook his head and said, "He has a defensive sacred armor on him, and its defensive strength is even stronger than the one on Han Haoyang in the abandoned land. Unless you use a killer move, you won't be able to do anything to him." Hearing this, Su Chen muttered to himself. Han Haoyang's armor was indeed very strong. At that time, he used 10,000 lights 10 shadows killing technique, but he still couldn't completely destroy it. Ji Tsongzi's defensive sacred armor was a grade higher, and the difficulty of destroying it increased by several times. Only a killer move that fused ice and fire magic could do it. However, although this move was extremely powerful, it required a certain amount of time to prepare. If things went wrong, Ji Tsongzi might be frightened and run away. "Senior, if I sneak in and destroy the void passage, he won't be able to escape, right?" Su Chen asked. Wu Yazi shook his head. There's a defensive formation outside the void passage that can't be broken in a short period of time. Ji Tsongzi also has a teleportation talisman that can teleport him into the void passage immediately. This guy has a lot of good things on him. Su Chen sighed. Ji Tsongzi had both the defensive sacred armor and the teleportation talisman. It was indeed very difficult to kill him. However, the people who were included in Su Chen's must-kill list, none of them could survive. Even if there were difficulties, they had to be overcome. In short, Ji Tsongzi must die. Su Chen pondered for a moment and his eyes suddenly lit up. He then said to Wu Yazi, "Senior, I have an idea." Wu Yazi pricked up his ears and listened quietly. "We can use the Moonshine City to trap him," Su Chen said in a deep voice. Moonshine City not only had a strong defensive ability, but it could also block space. Even if one had a transmission talisman in hand, they could not use it. Once Ji Tsongzi was trapped inside, it would be impossible for him to escape. That day, when Su Chen took Moon Spirit in, he had considered this. He never thought that he would have to use it so soon. That's a good idea. Wu Yazi was overjoyed. Senior, we still have to think of a way to lure him out. Su Chen reminded. Although the Moonshine City was a top sacred tool to trap the other party must take the initiative to enter. That's easy. Wu Yazi quickly said. You arrange the Moonshine City in advance. I will attract Ji Congzi's attention. That guy hates me to the bone and will definitely chase after me crazily. When I hide in the Moonshine City, he will definitely follow. However, you have to pay attention to one thing. Don't let the Moonshine City be too conspicuous, otherwise, it will make Ji Congzi suspicious. Su Chen nodded and turned to the intelligent war chariot, and ordered, Satoshi, search for any saint-level existences in Li Tianfeng Peak. Master, there is a second-level saint-level expert in Li Tianfeng Peak. The intelligent war chariot immediately replied. Chapter 924. Second-level saint rank. Su Chen frowned slightly. He still remembered that Wu Yazi had said that Ji Congzi was a first-level saint rank expert. Now that he was a second-level saint rank expert, it meant that Ji Congzi had been promoted. However, in the continent, he could only exert a cultivation of level 10 at most, so he did not care. Later, he opened the chaos space to contact Moon Spirit. Only Moon Spirit could control the Moonshine City, so he must have her help. Su Chen, I will do my best to cooperate. Moon Spirit promised. After taking the level 7 physique potion, given by Su Chen, she had been promoted to level 7 and was more proficient in controlling the Moonshine City. Trapping a saint-rank existence was not a big problem. With the plan set, the next step was to prepare. Moon Spirit took out the Moonshine City and enlarged it to the size of 200 or 300 feet. After being slightly modified by Wu Yazi, it looked almost the same as an ordinary house. Then, Su Chen put away the intelligent war chariot and entered the Moonshine City with Moon Spirit to hide. Wu Yazi entered the heaven-separating peak alone to lure Ji Congzi. Before long, there was a violent explosion and angry roar from the heaven-separating peak. Wu Yazi, there is a road to heaven, but you don't want to take it. This time, I want to see how you escape. In the direction of the heaven-separating peak, Wu Yazi flew in the direction of the Moonshine City. Looking at his appearance, he seemed to have suffered a minor injury. Behind him, there were 3 people in hot pursuit. The person in the lead was also an old man with a withered face. This person's aura was thick, and his body exuded a majestic pressure. He should be Ji Congzi. The other 2 were also level 10 experts. Ji Congzi, you couldn't kill me back then, so don't even think about it now. Wu Yazi provoked while running in a panic. Old man's acting skills are not bad. Su Chen chuckled. Wu Yazi's injuries had already recovered, and with the 18 sacred tool shields, even if he could not defeat Ji Congzi, he would never be in such a difficult situation. The reason why he showed such an appearance was most likely to lure Ji Congzi. The entire dwarf continent is under my control. Let's see where you can escape to. Ji Congzi laughed nastily and shot out a purple beam from afar, accurately hitting Wu Yazi's back. Wu Yazi staggered from the heavy blow and spat out a mouthful of blood. Haha! Do you think a trash like you can fight me? Ji Congzi laughed wildly, his speed increasing greatly as he charged straight at Wu Yazi. Wu Yazi gritted his teeth and staggered into the Moonshine City. Ji Congzi did not think much at all. He took the 2 level 10 cultivators and plunged into the Moonshine City. Unexpectedly, just as they entered, the surroundings suddenly trembled. Immediately after, the scene in front of him changed. It was as if he had entered a huge square. Ji Congzi was, after all, a saint-level existence. He quickly calmed down and narrowed his eyes as he scanned the surroundings. Wu Yazi's figure soon appeared in his line of sight. Beside him stood a handsome young human and a beautiful elf with an otherworldly aura. Wu Yazi, did you deliberately lead me here? Ji Congzi hurriedly glanced at Su Chen and Moon Spirit before his eyes finally fell on Wu Yazi. This old man was afraid that you would run away, so I had to lead you here. A meaningful smile crossed the corner of Wu Yazi's mouth as he faintly said, Once you enter here, we can catch a turtle in a jar. Chapter 925. With just the 2 of you? Jeet Songzi snorted coldly with a disdainful look on his face. Wu Yazi was someone who had been defeated by him, so he didn't put Wu Yazi in his eyes. As for Su Chen and Moon Spirit, they were too young and were directly ignored by him. I'm sure I can't kill you, but he can kill you as easily as crushing an ant. Wu Yazi pointed at Su Chen and said faintly. Jeet Songzi exclaimed softly. Su Chen was just a human, and he was so young. No matter how talented he was, his cultivation couldn't have reached level 10. Without level 10, how could Wu Yazi boast so shamelessly? Wu Yazi continued, don't be fooled by his young age, but his reputation is like thunder. You should have heard of him. Hearing Wu Yazi's words, Jeet Songzi suddenly recalled a person and said with a trembling voice, he's Su Chen. Rumor had it that Su Chen was only 20 years old, or perhaps even younger, but his strength was unfathomable. Countless powerhouses had died in his hands, including several saint-level existences. The two level 10 cultivators beside Jeet Songzi turned pale when they heard Su Chen's name. Their eyes were filled with fear. They had naturally heard of Su Chen's name. Rumor had it that Su Chen was extremely ferocious and unscrupulous. Anyone who had offended him didn't have a good ending. Why did Su Chen appear here? Would he take action against them? The two of them suddenly felt uneasy. Are you really Su Chen? Jeet Songzi stared at Su Chen and probed. Yes. Su Chen nodded slightly. Jeet Songzi took a deep breath, rolled his eyes and asked, Su Chen, we have no enmity between us. What do you want? It was rumored that although Su Chen was unscrupulous in his actions, he also abided by the rules. As long as one did not offend him, he would never kill the innocent. Moreover, he and Su Chen had never met before, so there was no enmity between them. So why would Su Chen appear here? There is only one purpose. Su Chen curled his lips and smiled faintly. Kill you. Kill me? Jeet Songzi's expression suddenly changed. The hearts of the two level 10 cultivators beside him pounded violently. Why do you want to kill me? Jeet Songzi's face was cold. A person's reputation was like the shadow of a tree. Su Chen's past achievements made it clear to him that he was no match for Su Chen in the continent. However, he had nothing to be afraid of. If he couldn't win, he could just run away. If he escaped into the void, Su Chen would not be able to do anything to him. He was even confident that he could kill Su Chen in the void. However, unless it was a last resort, he did not want to fight with Su Chen. Therefore, he wanted to understand why Su Chen wanted to kill him. Are you stupid? Can't you see that I'm with old Wu? You offended old Wu, so of course I want to kill you. Su Chen sneered. Jeet Songzi was a saint stage existence, but he couldn't even see this point. How arrogant. So it's for Wu Yazi. Jeet Songzi gritted his teeth and said coldly, Su Chen, what benefits did Wu Yazi give you? I can give you double. The way he saw it, Su Chen and Wu Yazi hanging out together was definitely because of benefits. He had occupied the dwarf continent for many years and had plundered many good things. He could definitely use this to move Su Chen. Su Chen shook his head and smiled contemptuously. Old Wu is my friend, and a villain like you can't be my friend, so you must die. In that case, let me see if you are as powerful as the rumors say. Jeet Songzi sneered, and his body was filled with a layer of violent killing intent. Chapter 926. Since Su Chen did not want to let him go, Jeet Songzi would not sit still and wait for his death. It would be best if he could take the opportunity to kill Su Chen, but if he was not his opponent, he could just escape. As you wish. Su Chen narrowed his eyes and raised his hand to throw a punch. Suddenly, 100 golden fist shadows appeared in the air and smashed toward Jeet Songzi. Insignificant skill. Jeet Songzi sneered, and a purple armor suddenly emerged on his body, completely wrapping him up. Bang bang bang. 100 golden fist shadows fell, accompanied by 2 shrill screams. The 2 level 10 dwarf cultivators turned into 2 puddles of flesh and died on the spot. As for Jeet Songzi, he just swayed a few times and did not suffer any damage. Ha ha. Jeet Songzi laughed wantonly and said, Su Chen, what other skills do you have? Just use them all. After easily blocking Su Chen's secret fist technique, Jeet Songzi's confidence was greatly boosted. He felt that Su Chen was just this guy is going to be out of luck. Wu Yazi sneered in his heart. Since Ji Congzi dared to provoke Su Chen, with Su Chen's style of doing things, he would certainly torture him to death. I'll fulfill your request. Su Chen snorted coldly and then opened the pet raising space and the storage bag, summoning a group of spirit pets and the golden puppet. The Pegasus Meteor Fist he just used was just to verify Ji Congzi's defensive power. The purpose of letting a group of spirit pets take action was also very simple. Strong people like Ji Congzi were rare, and fighting with him could increase a lot of combat experience. It would not be too late for him to kill Ji Congzi after the spirit pet's experiential learning was over. Anyway, in Moonshine City, Ji Congzi could not escape even if he had wings. So many high-level spirit pets. Ji Congzi opened his mouth slightly and was stunned for a moment before he roared. Su Chen, what kind of skill is it to let your spirit pets deal with me? If you have the ability, do it yourself. Su Chen ignored him. He waved his hand and ordered, let's go together and kill him. The gold-devouring beetles and the other spirit pets rushed forward like crazy, wanting to show off. Su Chen, should I go too? The golden puppet asked. The gold-devouring beetles, Vajra Willow, and the flaming phoenix were all experts among experts. The heavenly overlord turtle and the super-ancient devouring Vajra mosquito were not weak either. If they joined forces to deal with a single person, they would be able to crush him. The golden puppet felt that if it rushed forward, it wouldn't even have a chance to attack. You don't have to do anything for the time being. Give him a few powerful blows when he's not paying attention, Su Chen said with a smile. Understood. The golden puppet slowly walked up. Su Chen wanted it to launch a sneak attack, and it understood tacitly. On the other side, the gold-devouring beetles and the 5 spirit pets were already fighting with Ji Congzi. Although Ji Congzi was a second-level saint rank existence, his attack power was very limited and was not even comparable to Wu Yazi. He only relied on a holy armor, and his defense was far superior to his peers. Under the joint attack of the 5 spirit pets, he was quickly pressed to the ground and suffered a storm of attacks without the slightest ability to fight back. Su Chen, your spirit pets are getting more and more powerful. Wu Yazi sighed with emotion. Seeing Ji Congzi being ravaged, his heart was very comfortable. Not bad. Su Chen smiled. The 5 spirit pets, after taking the level 10 physique potion, had been promoted to level 10. In the same level, except for him, no one could resist their joint attack. Chapter 927. This kind of attack lasted for 10 minutes. Ji Congzi was tortured and suffered several heavy blows from the golden puppet. He almost fainted. It could be said that he was suffering unspeakably. Even the sacred armor on his body was about to be shattered. Realizing that he was no match for him, Ji Congzi decisively used the teleportation talisman. But to his despair, the teleportation talisman seemed to have been damaged and couldn't teleport him out of here. Su Chen, tell your spirit pets to stop. I have something to say. Ji Congzi roared desperately. If he continued to be beaten like this, he would be beaten to death sooner or later. He could only calm Su Chen down first. When Su Chen saw that the time was almost right, he also let the group of spiritual pets retreat. Do you have any last words? Su Chen stared at Ji Congzi and said faintly. Su Chen, I can give you everything. In addition, I can also return the dwarf continent to Wu Yazi as long as you spare my life. Ji Congzi gasped for breath. Su Chen and Wu Yazi looked at each other and sneered at the same time. Ji Congzi was like a retard. Wouldn't they get all these things if they killed him? Did they still need him to give them? Don't you have anything else of value? For example, secret realms or something like that? Su Chen asked. He wouldn't let Ji Congzi go. The reason why he said so much was that he wanted to see if he could take the opportunity to get some useful information. I don't know anything about secret realms. I've been in seclusion on the dwarf continent in recent years. Ji Congzi said truthfully. Su Chen shook his head. So you're no longer useful. Feeling a murderous intent, Ji Congzi was shocked. He gritted his teeth and said, Su Chen, don't kill me. I can submit to you. I'm a second-stage sacred rank powerhouse. In order to survive, he couldn't care so much anymore. Moreover, In his opinion, with his cultivation, Su Chen would definitely be tempted. I don't care about people like you. Su Chen quickly rushed to Ji Tsongzi and launched a drunken dream from afar. You! Before Ji Tsongzi could react, he fell into a daze. Su Chen rushed forward and chopped down with his sword. At the same time, a black whirlpool that was about 10 feet in size rapidly fell on Ji Tsongzi's head. Creak! Crack! Accompanied by a shattering sound, the armor that wrapped around Ji Tsongzi's head shattered one after another. His head was also shattered by the black vortex, and he died on the spot. Instantly, thousands of fragments emerged from his body. Su Chen collected all the fragments and found a storage pouch on Ji Tsongzi's body. He also took off the purple armor. The defensive power of the purple armor was astonishing. Although it was damaged, Wu Yazi should be able to repair it. Senior, this armor is for you. After returning to Wu Yazi's side, Su Chen gave him the purple armor. With this armor and the 18 shields, Wu Yazi's defensive power was even greater than the gold-devouring beetles. Then I'll accept it. Having been with Su Chen for so long, Wu Yazi didn't stand on ceremony. Later, Moon Spirit put away the Moonshine City, and Su Chen's trio returned to the intelligent war chariot. Ji Tsongzi was dead, and the next step was to recruit master craftsmen. Wu Yazi had to personally do this kind of recruitment. After spending 3 days, Wu Yazi recruited 10 master craftsmen. After Su Chen arranged for them to enter the primal chaos space, he said to Wu Yazi, Senior, help me forge 100 sacred swords as soon as possible. Chapter 928. As Su Chen's level continued to increase, the opponents he encountered also became stronger. Attacks like the Pegasus Meteor Punch were no longer enough to cause damage to his opponents. Currently, only the 10,000 lights killing technique and ice and fire magic could deal a fatal blow to his opponents. However, ice and fire magic had great limitations. After using it, there would be a period of weakness. Therefore, Lin Yu urgently needed to develop another killer move. The 100 swords in one's killing power was definitely not ordinary. It was the most suitable new trump card. Don't worry, I will definitely create 100 holy swords in the shortest time possible. Wu Yazi promised. Thank you, Senior. Su Chen thanked him. After that, Wu Yazi entered the chaos space and gathered a group of master blacksmiths to create the holy swords in full swing. Satoshi, which race's boundary point is it connected to? Su Chen asked. The Starry Sky Grand Competition would begin in half a year. He had to take advantage of this time to collect more fragments. Therefore, he had to seize the time to hunt down those who had offended him. Master, there are 2 boundary points nearby. One is connected to the Tong race and the other is connected to the Protoss. The intelligent war chariot immediately replied. Tong race, Protoss, Su Chen muttered. It was the first time he had heard of the Tong race. As they did not interact with each other and had no enmity to speak of, he did not plan to go to the Tong race. However, it was different for the Protoss. He had a deep grudge with the 5 super races. There had been several major battles. He had long planned to destroy the Protoss. Satoshi, enter the Protoss, Su Chen ordered. Yes. The intelligent war chariot locked onto the boundary point that was connected to the Protoss and activated the teleportation function. Su Chen suddenly exclaimed softly. He had experienced the intelligent war chariot's teleportation several times. It was nothing more than the world spinning. However, this did not happen this time. In front of him was endless darkness. There was also a suffocating silence. Su Chen realized that something was wrong. He anxiously called out, Satoshi, what happened? There was no reply, and the surroundings were still eerily silent. Could it be that something went wrong while the intelligent war chariot was traveling and it fell into a deep sleep? Su Chen narrowed his eyes as his mind raced. Regardless of whether or not this was the case, he had to first determine where he was. Su Chen immediately released his mental strength to explore the surroundings, but he was surprised to find that his mental strength could only linger around his body and could not extend outwards at all. What exactly happened? This was the first time something like this had happened. Su Chen couldn't help but frown deeply. Su Chen, don't panic. Suddenly, an aged voice entered Su Chen's ears. Who? Su Chen was shocked. He quickly looked around and a bright spot appeared in his line of sight. This bright spot was rapidly approaching from afar. When it arrived in front of Lin Yu, it was a silver-haired old man who was emitting a brilliant light. This person sat cross-legged on a 9-colored lotus mountain. Although he did not do anything, he gave off a powerful feeling that he could summon clouds and rain with a flip of his hand. It was as if everything in the world was under his control. "Senior, you know me?" Su Chen sized up the other party and asked in a low voice. He was sure that this was the first time he had seen this mysterious old man in front of him. How did the other party know his name? "This is the first time we've met, but I've heard of your name long ago." The mysterious old man laughed. Chapter 929. "Senior, who are you?" Su Chen asked coldly. Appearing here inexplicably, it must be the mysterious old man's doing. Who exactly was that mysterious old man? What means did he use to get me here? "My name is Wu Tsong." The mysterious old man said lightly, then chuckled. "But the people of the myriad races call me the Realm Lord." "Realm Lord?" Su Chen's eyelids twitched and he cried out, "You are the Realm Lord of the myriad races." When he was in the undead races continent, he heard Venerable Wuyo talk about the Realm Lord of the myriad races, but he didn't expect to see it with his own eyes. Rumor has it that the Realm Lord is likely to be a God State expert. Su Chen knew that he was definitely not a match for a God State expert, and he couldn't help but feel uneasy. "I didn't expect you to know about me before entering the void. You are indeed not simple." Wu Tsong laughed. "Senior, why did you bring me here?" Su Chen probed. "Don't worry, I have no ill intentions towards you, I just want to chat with you." Wu Tsong smiled faintly, and his tone was very gentle. "Chat?" The dignified Realm Lord of the myriad races, the #1 expert in the void, actually wanted to chat with someone? Are all Realm Lords so free? Su Chen clicked his tongue and asked, "Senior, how did you have the confidence to get me here?" He was clearly shuttling between realms. Could it be that a God State expert was so powerful that he could move people to other realms at will? "I was just communicating with you through a trace of divine thought. Your body has now entered the God Race's continent, but you have fallen into a coma." Wu Tsong explained with a smile. "Divine thought communication?" Su Chen heaved a sigh of relief, and asked, "What does Senior want to talk to me about?" The Realm Lord of the myriad races wanted to chat with someone. He definitely wouldn't talk about trivial things, he was clear about this. The content of the chat is actually very simple. "I hope you will stop killing and not continue to hunt people of other races?" Wu Tsong said seriously. And Lin Yu didn't expect Wu Tsong to talk to him about this. However, it was definitely not a simple matter to let those people of other races go. Let's not talk about the irreconcilable enmity between them. The crux of the matter was that killing the mutated tribesman would drop fragments. Without fragments, how could he increase his strength quickly? "Senior, the foreign races can kill human cultivators, why can't I kill them?" Su Chen did not intend to compromise and argued strongly. Wu Tsong shook his head and sighed. The fights between the other races and the human race can only be regarded as small skirmishes. It's not enough to cause serious damage. But you're different. You can easily wipe out an entire clan. Su Chen rubbed his nose and said coldly, "According to Senior, only the non-human race can bully me, but I can't fight back." Indeed, Wu Tsong was right, but he still did not want to accept it. So what if he was a deity realm expert? Could a deity realm expert be unreasonable? Wu Tsong smiled bitterly and said, "You say these words like you've suffered a great grievance? Who among the other races doesn't know how powerful you are? When they see you, it's like a mouse seeing a cat. They can't wait to avoid you. Who would dare to provoke you?" "That's now. In the past, they bullied me a lot," Su Chen said in a muffled voice. Even in the past, the mutated tribesman suffered a great loss in his hands. The reason why he said this was completely for Wu Tsong to hear. Wu Tsong thought for a moment and said, "Then what do you want to let them go? As long as it's not too much, I can make the decision on their behalf." Chapter 930. Senior, why are you helping the strange races? Su Chen asked, puzzled. Reaching Wu Tsong's realm, shouldn't he be detached from worldly affairs and wholeheartedly focus on cultivation? "There are some things that only people at my level can know," Wutsong said meaningfully. Wutsong said meaningfully, then chuckled. The enemy of our myriad races is the void beasts. If you kill the people of the other races, who will resist them? With you here, will the void beast dare to be presumptuous? Su Chen said directly. A god realm expert could overturn rivers and seas. Who would dare to go against a god realm expert? You only know one thing but not the other. Wutsong explained. The void beast also has a god realm expert. Moreover, we have an agreement that we can't act casually. Su Chen pondered for a moment. Then he said, Senior, even if you protect those trash, they won't be a match for the void beast, right? Wouldn't that be a waste of cultivation resources? Wutsong had already said so. If it was someone else, they would have already agreed. However, Su Chen didn't intend to let the strange races go so easily. They are indeed trash in your eyes. However, trash also has room to grow. If you kill them directly, how will they have a chance? Wutsong explained. Senior, there is one thing I don't understand. Su Chen thought for a moment. Then he said slowly, with your strength it should be easy to deal with me. Why don't you just do it? In front of a god realm expert, he really had no room to resist. Deal with you? Wutsong laughed. You are important to me. How can I bear to deal with you? Important? Su Chen was a little confused. Since he was so important, shouldn't he protect him? Why did he stop him from killing the strange races? Senior, what do you mean? Can you explain it more clearly? Su Chen asked. I still say the same thing. When you reach my level, you will naturally understand. It is useless to say more now. Wutsong laughed. Wutsong's concealment made Su Chen very uncomfortable, but he couldn't do anything to Wutsong. After thinking for a moment he said, Senior, I don't have to kill the outsiders on the continent, but in the void, I won't let them do as they please. He had long since sworn that he would uproot those human and outsider saint-grade experts who had been scheming against him. This was a fact that could not be changed. Even if he had to shed all pretense of cordiality with Wutsong, it did not matter. Once we enter the void, you can do whatever you want. If they die in your hands, they can only blame themselves for not being strong enough. I will not interfere. Of course, if you are in danger, I won't help you. Wutsong promised and then said, Of course, if you are in danger, I won't help you. Su Chen nodded. Since this matter has been settled, it's time to talk about compensation. Name a number, Wutsong said indifferently. For Senior's sake, I won't ask for much. Ask the strange races who have offended me, especially the 5 great races, to give me 100 mechanical hearts and 100 ores that can upgrade the strange flame, Lin Yu said seriously. Besides the fragment, these 2 were the only things that could help him. Of course, this number was a little too much. He just casually mentioned it and waited for Wutsong to bargain. Wutsong smacked his lips. He knew that Su Chen would take the opportunity to ask for an exorbitant price, but he didn't expect it to be so ruthless. 20 mechanical hearts and 20 ores that can upgrade the strange flame. In addition, I will give you something else as compensation, Wutsong said. Chapter 931. Su Chen was satisfied with the compensation, so he said with a smile, Thank you, Senior. Wutsong nodded and reminded him, Su Chen, I hope you can reach the divine realm as soon as possible, or your life will be in danger. What? Su Chen frowned. He didn't understand why Wutsong said that. Wutsong explained, I know something about you and Heaven Scattering Taoist. He is the one who wants to kill you. Heaven Scattering Taoist? Su Chen looked serious and asked, Senior, what's the cultivation of Heaven Scattering Taoist? He had known that Heaven Scattering Taoist wanted to kill him, but he didn't know how powerful Heaven Scattering Taoist was. Stage 10 of the holy level. Wutsong said directly. Hiss. Su Chen gasped. Although he knew that Heaven Scattering Taoist was powerful, he didn't expect him to be so powerful. Stage 10 of the holy level was second only to the divine realm. If he entered the void, wouldn't he be obliterated in an instant? Senior, in this case, I can't enter the hollow? Su Chen asked in a low voice. Yes. Wutsong replied and then said, I will stop Heaven Scattering Taoist from killing you. But if he sends someone to kill you, I won't interfere. What on earth is this old guy up to? Su Chen found it more and more difficult to figure out Wu Tsong. One moment, he wanted to stop heaven-scattering Taoist from killing him, and the next moment, he didn't interfere. Wasn't it contradictory? Senior, if heaven-scattering Taoist sends someone at stage 8 or 9 of the holy level to kill me, I won't be able to survive. Su Chen said with a dignified look. At most, he can only send someone who is 2 levels higher than you to kill you. This is my order, and he dares not disobey it. Wu Tsong said with a smile. Since he could order heaven-scattering Taoist, why didn't he just stop him from killing him? Why on earth did he do this? Su Chen was puzzled, but he knew that even if he asked, Wu Tsong wouldn't tell him. Seeing that Su Chen was silent, Wu Tsong continued. Su Chen, you must remember, ascend to deity realm as soon as possible. If heaven-scattering Taoist promotes to the divine realm before you, I won't stop him, and I will even help him kill you. Help him kill me? Su Chen looked serious and then asked, Senior, how long does it take for heaven-scattering Taoist to reach the divine realm? This was a matter of life and death. He had to be clear about this. It could be as short as a few hundred years, or as long as a few thousand years, Wu Tsong replied after thinking for a moment. Hearing this, Su Chen heaved a heavy sigh. To him, he didn't even need 10 years to advance to the deity realm. In this way, heaven's loose Taoist would not be able to threaten him. At that time, the one who should be worried would be heaven's loose Taoist. Senior, when will you give me the compensation? Su Chen took a deep breath and asked. You can wait in the deity continent. Someone will send it to you. Wu Tsong replied and then glanced at Su Chen. Seeing that Su Chen was calm, he asked curiously, Su Chen, aren't you worried at all? Su Chen was talented and his cultivation speed was extremely fast. However, it was extremely difficult for him to promote to the divine realm in 100 years. So, wasn't he worried that heaven-scattering Taoist would promote to the divine realm before him? The corner of Su Chen's mouth twitched as he said meaningfully, when that day comes, Senior will naturally understand. Wu Tsong was a little shocked. He said the same thing before, but he didn't expect Su Chen to play the same trick with him. Wu Tsong shook his head and said slowly, Since you are so confident, I won't ask any more. If there is nothing else, I will leave. I hope you will be an expert of the divine realm when we meet next time. Senior, please. Su Chen smiled faintly. Chapter 932. Wu Tsong didn't say anything else and disappeared from sight in the blink of an eye. Along with him, the surrounding darkness disappeared as well. Su Chen also found himself back in the intelligent war chariot at this time. Master, you're awake? At this moment, the intelligent war chariot suddenly said. Su Chen calmed down and asked, Satoshi, what happened to me just now? Master, you seem to have fallen asleep just now. The intelligent war chariot said truthfully. Su Chen nodded. He didn't know what method Wu Tsong used to drag his soul into the endless darkness just now. He still had some lingering fears about this method. Satoshi, find a place to stop, Su Chen ordered. Wu Tsong said that he would order someone to send the things over in 10 days. In the meantime, he would just wait here. Then, he opened the Doomsday Shopping Center and looked at it. Since he had nothing to do, he was prepared to exchange for some things to increase the strength of the people around him. In the end, he left 100,000 energy points as a backup. The remaining energy points were all exchanged for various levels of Constitution Potion. Wu Yazi and Li Kueyang, the 2 false saints, each received a bottle of level 12 Constitution Potion. Shang, Kai Li, and the other level 10 cultivators also received level 11 Constitution Potion. When they entered the void and consumed it, they would be promoted to the false saint level. As for Chen Feng and the others, because they hadn't reached level 10, they weren't restricted. After receiving the Constitution Potion, they directly consumed it and quickly leveled up. When their realm stabilized a little, Su Chen gave them Constitution Potion again, raising their cultivation to level 10 in one fell swoop. As for the remaining people, Tan Lin and the others, because their foundation was too weak, they couldn't level up too quickly, so they only leveled up to level 8. During this period, in addition to helping everyone level up, Su Chen also had a good time with Tan Lin and Yang Qian. They fought for several days in a row and completely released. 10 days passed in the blink of an eye. At the agreed time, a god race man found Su Chen's place. Su Chen, I've brought the things. Come out. The god race man said to the intelligent war chariot. Seeing his expression clearly, he was very indignant. Su Chen got out of the car, glanced at him and said coldly, "Throw it over." The god race man did not hesitate. He took out a storage pouch from his waist and threw it to Su Chen. Then he reminded him, "I've given it to you. Hurry and leave our god race's mainland." Upon hearing this, Su Chen narrowed his eyes. The other party was only a level 10 cultivator, yet he dared to speak to him in a commanding tone. Did he really think that he would not dare to kill him? Indeed, he had promised Wu Tsong. However, the prerequisite was that the other party did not provoke him. "If you dare to speak to me in such a tone again, I'll kill you on the spot." A cold glint flashed across Su Chen's eyes as he stared coldly at the god race man. The divine race male was slightly stunned for a moment, then laughed wildly and said, "Su Chen, you're crazy my ass. The Realm Lord has already said that you cannot attack us. Could it be that you dare to disobey the Realm Lord's words? You want to use the Sector Lord to suppress me?" Su Chen sneered. Just as he was about to make a move, suddenly, a giant hand came down from the sky and slammed heavily on the divine race male's body. With a loud bang, a huge handprint suddenly appeared in front of Su Chen. The divine race male died on the spot without leaving any bones behind. At the same time, Su Chen heard Wu Tsong's voice in his ear. "This kind of thing will not happen in the future. I will warn them." "Thank you, Senior," Su Chen said lightly. Seeing that Wu Tsong did not reply, Su Chen checked the items in the storage pouch. Chapter 933. Seeing that there were 20 mechanical hearts and 20 spirit gathering stones in the storage bag, as well as thousands of high-level energy stones, Su Chen's lips curled up slightly. The intelligent war chariot needed 16 mechanical hearts to upgrade to level 12, which was the first stage of the holy level. As for the remaining 4, one was given to the mechanical soldier. The other 3 were left behind. When he found the remaining 3 holy level puppets, he would install them on them. 20 spirit gathering stones were enough to upgrade 2 heavenly fires to the level of holy fire. As for the energy stones, Su Chen threw them all into the planting dimension. The high-grade ones were installed on the time accelerator, and the low-grade ones were thrown into the spring of life to make spiritual liquid. "Satoshi, is there a boundary point to enter the void nearby?" Su Chen asked. Now that he had received the compensation, the next step was to explore the void. If there was a boundary point nearby, he could enter from here. If there wasn't, he could return to the demon continent and enter the void from there. The intelligent war chariot searched and replied, "Master, there is a boundary point to enter the void nearby." Su Chen nodded. "Then wait here." Then, he opened the chaos dimension and contacted Wu Yazi. "Senior, how many holy swords have you forged?" If he could forge 100 holy swords as soon as possible, he planned to cultivate 100 swords into one before entering the void. "A total of 57 swords," Wu Yazi replied. Su Chen was quite satisfied with this speed, so he asked, "Senior, how long will it take to forge the remaining 47 swords?" "About 10 days. Wu Yazi thought for a moment and replied, "Senior, continue forging." Su Chen replied, then called Tan Lin and Yang Qian out of the chaos dimension. He planned to cultivate 100 swords into one before entering the void. During this time, he could spend some time with Tan Lin and Yang Qian. 10 days later, Wu Yazi and the others successfully forged 100 holy swords. Su Chen spent 5 days to cultivate 100 swords into one. 100 lightning elemental holy swords combined into one, and the power that was unleashed was even greater than the fusion of ice and fire magic. It had become Su Chen's strongest killing move. With this trump card in hand, Su Chen did not waste time on the room. He ordered the intelligent war chariot, "Satoshi, enter the void." Yes. The intelligent war chariot activated the shuttling function and successfully entered the void through the weak point of the boundary point. After a moment of dizziness, Su Chen quickly looked out of the car. He saw specks of starlight in the distance, emitting a gorgeous color, giving people a feeling of magnificence. Nearby, there were some small meteorites floating around. From time to time, ripples would appear around the meteorite. Shockingly, they were all spatial turbulence. This also meant that in the vast and boundless void, while beautiful scenery existed, there were also dangers everywhere. Suchin glanced at it and quickly retracted his gaze. After entering the void, he could increase his strength at will. He had to seize the time to increase his level first. Then, he spent 30,000 energy points to exchange for a level 13 all attributes fragment, and raised his cultivation to stage 2 sage. At the same time, he informed Wu Yazi and the others about entering the void and asked them to use the Constitution Potion to increase their level. The Intelligent War Chariot consumed 16 mechanical hearts and successfully leveled up to level 12. Suchin also used 2 upgrade gems to upgrade the mechanical soldier to level 12 and installed a mechanical heart. Chapter 934. Satoshi, in your current form, can you withstand the void turbulence outside? Suchin asked. He didn't know how long it would take to reach the void fortress. The biggest threat on the way was the void turbulence. Master, normal void turbulence can't hurt me, but I can't withstand the void turbulence that forms space cracks, the Intelligent War Chariot said honestly. Not bad. Suchin nodded slightly. There wouldn't be many large-scale void turbulence in the void. Even if there were, they could just go around it. In this way, the threat of the void turbulence would be minimized. Satoshi, what's your detection range now? Suchin continued to ask. 50,000 square kilometers, the Intelligent War Chariot said directly. When the Intelligent War Chariot was at level 10, its detection range was 10,000 square kilometers. At level 12, its detection range increased by 40,000 square kilometers. The increase was relatively large. If it was on the continent, this detection range would be enough. However, the void was too vast. A detection range of 50,000 square kilometers was a little insufficient. Suchin pondered for a while and ordered, Satoshi, search the nearby area. It was his first time entering the void. The first thing he had to do was to check if there were any dangers nearby. Master, we found 2 spaceships. One is from the Alliance of 10,000 Races, and the other is from the Void Beasts, the Intelligent War Chariot immediately replied. Void Beasts? Suchin raised his eyebrows. The Void Beasts and the Alliance of 10,000 Races were mortal enemies. They would definitely kill each other when they met. As a member of the Alliance of 10,000 Races, he had the obligation to kill the Void Beasts. Moreover, killing the Void Beasts would give him Void Energy Stones. As for whether he would get fragments, it was hard to say. Satoshi, observe them. What's their cultivation level? Suchin said. After all, this was the void and not the continent. Even if he had reached the second stage of the saint level, he couldn't be careless. Master, the highest level on the Alliance of 10,000 Races side is a level 10 cultivator. The rest are all below level 10. There are 5 level 10 cultivators among the void beasts. The rest are also below level 10, the Intelligent War Chariot replied. His level was so low. Suchin did not expect this. Initially, he thought that those who were traveling in the void would be at least at the sage level. Who would have thought that he would encounter so many people below level 10? Satoshi, lock onto them and chase after them, Suchin ordered. Yes. The Intelligent War Chariot moved at full speed and chased after him. 10 minutes later, 2 spaceships, one white and one black, appeared in front of the Intelligent Chariot. Each spaceship was more than 20 meters long, and they seemed to be chasing each other. Satoshi, which spaceship belongs to the Void Beast? Suchin asked. Before making a move, he had to make sure that he didn't kill the wrong person. Master, the black one behind belongs to the Void Beast, the Intelligent War Chariot reminded. Suchin nodded, then opened the car door and rushed out. Now that he had reached the second stage of the Saint rank, his speed was much faster than the Intelligent War Chariot even if he didn't use the rapid combat boots. As soon as Suchin entered the void, he discovered that there were many spatial turbulences around him. However, they were all ordinary spatial turbulences. With his current physique of the second stage of the Saint rank, coupled with the ancient god-fiend body, he could directly ignore these spatial turbulences. Then he started to run. When he got close to the black spaceship, he raised his hand and threw out a Pegasus meteor punch. With a series of loud sounds, the black spaceship shattered, and all the void beasts inside were killed. He's a cultivator of the myriad races. He must be a sage-level expert. But he looks too young. Why is he so strong? The cultivators of the myriad races in the white spaceship were all extremely shocked when they saw Su Chen blow up the spaceship of the void beast with one punch. Chapter 935. Su Chen narrowed his eyes and glanced at the wreckage of the black spaceship. When he saw thousands of fragments, he couldn't help but smile. Fragments could be obtained from killing void beasts. It was too beneficial for him. Because void beasts were the most abundant in the void. This way, he could continue to hunt and quickly improve his cultivation. After collecting the fragments, Su Chen's gaze drifted and landed on the white spaceship. He raised his voice and said, "Open the door. I have something to ask you." With a creak, the moment the door opened, a thin old man walked out and respectfully said to Su Chen, "Senior, please come in." Not only did Su Chen save them, but he was also a saint-level powerhouse. They didn't dare to neglect him. "Xiaoji, wait here," Wang Yao said. Su Chen instructed and slowly walked into the white spaceship. In the spaceship, other than the thin elder, there were more than 10 people. At this moment, they were standing respectfully to the side, waiting for Su Chen's questions. Su Chen narrowed his eyes and asked indifferently, "Where are you from?" "Senior, we live on Lijiao Island," the thin elder hurriedly replied. There were some small pieces of land floating in the void. They were collectively called islands. Regardless of whether it was cultivators or void beasts, they could all live on them. "What's the cultivation of the strongest person on Lijiao Island?" Su Chen continued to ask. "Stage 1 saint level," the thin elder replied truthfully. "So low?" Su Chen didn't quite understand. How dangerous was the void? How could they survive with such a low cultivation? How many cultivators are there on Lijiao Island? Su Chen asked. He suspected that there weren't many people on Lijiao Island, which was why they could survive until now. Otherwise, if there were too many people, they would have attracted the void beast's attention and been slaughtered. "There are more than 1,000 people in total," the thin elder replied. Su Chen frowned and looked at the skinny old man. He asked in confusion, "There are so many of you, but there is only one saint. How did you survive until now?" The skinny old man explained, "The resources near Lijiao Island are barren. In addition, there are more spatial turbulences, so very few people come here. Even the void beasts look down on them." However, for some reason, an army of void beasts attacked Lijiao Island today. How many void beasts are there? Su Chen was a little tempted. If the number of heavenly void beasts was high enough, then he could go ahead and exterminate them, taking advantage of the opportunity to harvest some fragments and heavenly void energy stones. There are about 1,000 of them, but there are 2 first-stage saint-level void beasts. The skinny old man sighed. When Lijiao Island was attacked, its destruction was inevitable. Without a safe place to stay, it was only a matter of time before they died. Therefore, he was in a very bad mood. Su Chen thought of something and asked calmly, "How far is Lijiao Island from here?" If it was not too far, he planned to make a trip there. After all, there were 1,000 void beasts and 2 first-stage saint-level void beasts. If all of them were killed, the fragments that would burst out would not be a small amount. The skinny old man thought for a moment and replied, "About half a day." Su Chen knew that the skinny old man was referring to taking their spaceship. If it was the intelligent war chariot, it would take at most 2 hours. 2 hours was worth a trip. "Follow me to Lijiao Island." Su Chen pulled the skinny old man back to the intelligent war chariot, without any explanation. "Senior, are you really going to Lijiao Island?" The skinny old man asked tentatively. Su Chen was undoubtedly a saint-level expert. If he returned to Lijiao Island, he might be able to save the cultivators there. But after all, there were 2 saint-level void beasts and 1,000 high-level void beasts. Could Su Chen change the situation if he went alone? Would he be like a lamb in a tiger's den? Chapter 936. You just have to lead the way. Don't worry about anything else. Su Chen said in an unquestionable tone. "Yes." The skinny old man was shocked and replied with a trembling voice. Later, under his guidance, the intelligent war chariot drove straight in a direction. On the way, Su Chen and the skinny old man talked about some things about Li Jiao Island. Li Jiao Island had existed for thousands of years. After so many years of reproduction, it had formed a new race. Old Xia, since the living conditions here are so difficult, why don't you return to the mainland? Su Chen asked curiously. Old Xia was the skinny old man. His full name was Xia Tao. Living on the mainland, no matter what, they did not have to live in fear all day like in the void. Su Chen did not understand this. Senior, it's not difficult to return to the mainland. You just have to pay some void energy stones or void energy stones. However, the cultivation resources on the mainland are limited after all. It's very difficult to improve one's cultivation. On the other hand, in the void, even in barren places, you can find some high-level cultivation resources. Cultivators like us pursue to improve our cultivation and become a saint-level powerhouse one day. Therefore, no one is willing to return to the mainland, Xia Tao explained. Su Chen could understand this. If it were him, he would make the same choice. Let's take a rest first. It should take less than an hour to reach Li Jiao Island, Su Chen said and sat in the driver's seat. Then, he started the chaos space and contacted Li Kuiyang and the others. After all, there were more than 1,000 void beasts on Li Jiao Island. If he was alone, he could definitely kill all of them. However, the void beasts were not fools. If they realized that they were no match for them, they would definitely run away. This required the help of Li Kuiyang and the others. Su Chen explained the situation and closed the chaos space. Anyway, they had not reached Li Jiao Island yet. There was no need to rush to call them out. After the intelligent war chariot flew for more than an hour, Xia Tao reminded, Senior, there's a spatial turbulence in front. We need to go around it. Is it an ordinary spatial turbulence or a large-scale one? Su Chen asked casually. If it was an ordinary one, there was no need to pay any attention to it. Ordinary spatial turbulence, but there are a lot of them. Xia Tao said without hesitation. Don't worry about it. Just go through it. Su Chen's tone was very calm. Pass through? Ignoring space turbulence? Xia Tao was dumbfounded. What kind of spaceship could ignore the spatial turbulence? He dared to pass through the spatial turbulence? Did he want to die? Xia Tao's heart was in a mess. However, since Su Chen had already said so, he did not dare to ask further. He could only brace himself and guide the intelligent war chariot. Soon, the intelligent war chariot entered the spatial turbulence and passed through it easily without suffering any damage from beginning to end. Seeing this, Xia Tao was even more surprised. Master, we've found traces of the void beast, the intelligent war chariot reminded. Then, he projected the image onto the central control screen. Su Chen narrowed his eyes and glanced around. He saw 2 saint-level void beasts attacking a saint level of the myriad races. From the looks of it, this saint level of the myriad races was at a complete disadvantage. He would probably not be able to hold on for long before he was killed. Satoshi, how long will it take to reach Li Jiao Island? Su Chen asked. No need for 3 minutes. Su Chen nodded. If that saint level of the myriad races could hold on for 3 minutes, he would have a chance to survive. If he could not hold on, he could only be unlucky. Chapter 937. As time went by, the saint-level saint of the myriad races was in great danger. In the end, he was knocked to the ground, and one of his arms was blown off. Li Chuanqi, you want to go against us? Do you know how powerful we are this time? A saint-level void beast sneered and slowly walked toward Li Chuanqi. The other cultivators of the myriad races were disheartened when they saw that Li Chuanqi had been seriously injured. At this moment, the intelligent war chariot flew over Li Jiao Island. Its appearance immediately attracted everyone's attention. This was the place where the cultivators of the myriad races and the void beasts were fighting. It was very strange that a silver spaceship suddenly appeared. Were the people in the spaceship not afraid of being affected and blown to pieces? Get out of here! A saint-level void beast glanced at the intelligent war chariot and shouted. He looked very arrogant. Su Chen opened the door and got out of the car. Xia Tao followed closely behind Su Chen. However, compared to Su Chen's calm expression, he was trembling all over, and his face was full of fear. Hey, it's a human! When the holy level void beast saw Su Chen's appearance, it first let out a soft cry of surprise, then it sneered, "Boy, are you here to die? I'm here to kill you." Su Chen curled the corner of his mouth slightly and instantly released his mind power. Kill me? The saint-level void beast was stunned for a moment and then laughed wildly. Boy, UF** king. Unexpectedly, before he could finish speaking, an enormous and shapeless force suddenly surged over from all directions, and it firmly restrained him. Mind power! The saint-level void beast's face suddenly changed, and he hurriedly shouted to another saint-level void beast, "He's a saint-level spirit reader. Come and help me." Xia Tao was stunned. He remembered clearly that Su Chen was a saint-level evolver. How did he become a saint-level spirit reader? At this moment, another saint-level void beast pounced on Su Chen fiercely. You're asking for death. Su Chen smiled contemptuously. First, he used his spiritual power to crush the holy level void beast, then threw a punch at the holy level void beast that was charging toward him. There was a loud explosion. The holy level void beast was instantly pulverized by a single punch. Witnessing the scene, the entire Li Jiao Island fell into a suffocating silence. Whether it was the void beasts or the cultivators of the myriad races, they were all dumbfounded. Su Chen easily killed 2 holy level void beasts, and his powerful strength was fully displayed. Some people even realized that Su Chen might be a second-level Saint Realm expert. Moreover, he was a dual-profession second-level Saint Realm expert. He's actually this strong, Xia Tao murmured as he stared at Su Chen's back. As the 2 holy level void beasts were killed one after another, the rest of the void beasts panicked. They looked at each other and fled from Li Jiao Island. Su Chen directly opened the chaos space and the pet-raising space. Li Kuiyang and the others, as well as the gold-devouring beetles and other spiritual pets, came out in a line and chased after the void beasts. Su Chen also joined the ranks of the pursuers. So many experts. Xia Tao was deeply shocked when he saw Su Chen summon so many experts at once. Xia Tao. At this moment, Li Chuanqi's voice rang in Xia Tao's ears. Island Master, are you all right? Xia Tao came back to his senses and jogged to Li Chuanqi's side. Xia Tao, who is this senior? Li Chuanqi looked at Su Chen and asked in a low voice. Chapter 938. He didn't tell me his name, and I didn't dare to ask. Xia Tao lowered his head and said, Then how did you meet him? Li Chuanqi continued to ask. Xia Tao then recounted his encounter with Su Chen in full detail. No matter what, he saved us. We have to thank him properly. Li Chuanqi muttered. It could be expected that if it weren't for Su Chen, Li Jiao Island would have been destroyed today. Su Chen was definitely their savior. 10 minutes later, Su Chen led a group of experts to kill all the void beasts. After collecting the fragments, they dug out the void energy stones and returned. Senior, thank you for saving our lives. With Xia Tao's help, Li Chuanqi came to Su Chen's side and bowed to thank him. I didn't come here just to save you, Su Chen said calmly. If it weren't for the proximity and the fact that he could get fragments from killing the void beasts, he wouldn't have wasted his time here. No matter what, I still have to thank you. Although Su Chen said it casually, Li Chuanqi was still very respectful. Su Chen nodded slightly and continued to ask, Are there many void beasts around here? This is considered a barren land in the void. There are almost no void beasts around. The ones who attacked Li Jiao Island were a group of wandering void beasts. They don't have a fixed place to stay and wander around the void. After discovering Li Jiao Island, they wanted to snatch it, Li Chuanqi explained. I see. Su Chen mumbled and continued to ask, Have you heard of the Void Fortress? The Star Tournament would begin in less than half a year. The most important thing now was to head to the Void Fortress and meet up with Qi Mufeng. However, the communication pearl that Qi Mufeng gave him only had the function of guiding him. It didn't indicate the distance between them. In order to avoid messing things up, he felt that it was necessary to ask around. Void Fortress? Li Chuanqi pondered for a moment and probed. Senior, is the Void Fortress you mentioned the location of the Qi family, one of the top 10 clans? Exactly. Su Chen's eyes lit up. Since Li Chuanqi could name the Qi clan, he should know about the Void Fortress. Li Chuanqi took a deep breath and said, "The Void Fortress is tens of thousands of miles away from here. If we take a spaceship, it will take at least a year even if we don't encounter any interception or spatial turbulence." 1 year. Su Chen's brows furrowed. A year later, the Starry Sky Grand Tournament would be over. By then, they wouldn't even be able to drink the soup. Even if they went there, it would be meaningless. However, he immediately recalled that Qi Mufeng had only entered the void a month earlier than him. Even if he had taken a flying ship, it would be impossible for him to rush back to the Qi family in half a year. This meant that there must be a shortcut. With that in mind, Su Chen asked, "Is there a way to quickly reach the Void Fortress?" Li Chuanqi replied, "Senior, there are many places in the void occupied by the cultivators of the myriad races. In particular, some of the major forces have teleportation formations. However, I don't know which teleportation formations we have to go through to reach the Void Fortress." Teleportation formations could indeed greatly reduce time. No matter how far the distance was, as long as one used a teleportation formation, it wouldn't take much time. Su Chen could guess that Qi Mufeng must have used a teleportation formation to return to the Qi family. "Where is there a teleportation formation nearby?" Su Chen asked. "There is a teleportation formation in the Flaming Leaf Forest," Li Chuanqi replied. "Forest?" Su Chen was puzzled. "There is a forest in the void?" Li Chuanqi explained. "The Flaming Leaf Forest is located on a small broken continent. Because there is only one kind of plant that grows on it, it got its name." Chapter 939. Su Chen nodded. "How far is the Flaming Leaf Forest from here?" Since only the Flaming Leaf Forest had a teleportation array nearby, they could only go there first. "If we take a spaceship, it will take about 5 days, Li Chuanqi replied. 5 days wasn't a short distance at all. "Do you have a map of the nearby area?" Su Chen asked. It was his first time entering the void and he was unfamiliar with the surrounding environment. Without a map, it was impossible to reach the Flaming Leaf Forest. "Yes." Li Chuanqi quickly took out a map and handed it to Su Chen. Su Chen narrowed his eyes and quickly found the exact location of the Flaming Leaf Forest on the map. Then, he greeted Li Chuanqi and returned to the intelligent war chariot with the map. As for Li Quirin and the others and the puppets, they had already been stored in the chaos space and pet-raising space. The first thing Su Chen did when he returned to the car was to place the map on the central control screen. After the intelligent war chariot finished scanning, Su Chen ordered, "Satoshi, head to the Flaming Leaf Forest immediately." "Yes." The intelligent war chariot moved at full speed and left Li Jiao Island in the blink of an eye. On the way, Su Chen sat in the driver's seat and began to sort out the fragments. This time, he did not kill many void beasts, but he obtained more than 20,000 fragments. Su Chen spent nearly 2 hours sorting out the fragments and exchanged 4 bottles of Level 11 Constitution Potion in one go. He distributed them to the Flaming Phoenix and his 4 spiritual pets. As the gold-devouring beetles had swallowed a Saint Stage giant white ape, they had already advanced to the False Saint Stage and did not need it. Behind them, Su Chen picked up the map and slowly looked at it. Suddenly, a signal from the longevity fruit tree came from the planting space. "Little longevity, what's going on?" Su Chen opened the planting space and communicated with it. The longevity fruit tree said excitedly, "Master, the tree of life has been resurrected." The tree of life had been resurrected. Su Chen was also extremely excited and quickly released his mental strength to extend it. Soon, he saw a small sapling the size of a thumb growing beside the longevity fruit tree. It seemed unremarkable, and could even be said to be tiny. However, the life aura it exuded was extremely dense. "Xiaoshou, how long will it take for the tree of life to grow?" Su Chen asked. Right now, the tree of life was still too weak. Only when it grew to a certain extent would it be able to produce life essence. With the life spirit fluid, he could revive the 5 thunder fruit tree and other spiritual plants. In addition, repairing the 5 elements heavenly dipper seal of the Vajra willow also required a branch of the tree of life. Those he had acquired before were of no use because of the withering. The longevity fruit tree pondered for a moment before replying, At this rate, it'll be fully grown in less than a year. A year's time was very fast for spirit plants with long growth cycles like demon plants and holy artifacts. Su Chen nodded and said a few more words before closing the plant dimension. Then, he put away the map. Just as he was about to take a break, the intelligent war chariot suddenly reminded him, "Master, you found 3 saint-level masters of all races nearby. Which races are they? What's their cultivation level?" Su Chen asked casually. 2 from the Night Devil clan and 1 from the Beast clan. They're all at stage 1 saint level, the intelligent war chariot quickly replied. The Beast clan? Su Chen raised his eyebrows. As far as he knew, there was only 1 saint-level master in the Beast clan, and that was the ancestor of the Beast clan. He had met the ancestor twice, and he had cheated him of many things. Are they together? Su Chen continued to ask. He could let go of the ancestor of the Beast clan, but he did not intend to let go of the saint-level master of the Night Devil clan. Chapter 940. Not together. The saint-level beast tamers are being hunted by the saint-level night devils, the intelligent war chariot replied. Being hunted? Su Chen was taken aback. As far as he knew, the patriarch of the beast-taming clan was very good at judging the situation. Under normal circumstances, he would choose to swallow his anger and not offend others easily. Then why was he being hunted? Satoshi, lock onto them and chase after them, Su Chen ordered. He had said that he would protect the beast tamers. Since they had bumped into each other, he would save his life. Also, he could take the opportunity to kill the 2 saint-level night devils. Yes. The intelligent war chariot started chasing at full speed. When they were less than a kilometer away, the swift bird suddenly warned, "Master, I feel the presence of a thunder fire." After the swift bird had taken the Constitution potion, its cultivation had reached level 10, and its senses had greatly improved. In the past, it did not have such a range of senses. A thunder fire? Su Chen was excited. He had personally experienced the power of a thunder fire because he had 2 of them. At this moment, he even thought that if he could combine the thunder fire magic with his ice and fire magic, with the help of 3 thunder fires, its power would definitely destroy the world. Xiao Sun, what kind of thunder fire is that? Who has it? Su Chen asked. Thunder fire was something that could only be found by chance. Since he had encountered it, he had to get it. It's called the 9-spirit thunder fire. It's on the saint-level beast tamers, the swift bird replied. Su Chen nodded slightly. At this moment, he understood why the beast tamers were being hunted. It must be because of the 9-spirit thunder fire. There were very few thunder fires in the world. No matter who it was, they would fight for it. In less than a minute, the intelligent war chariot arrived in front of the 3 saint-level beast tamers. The 3 saint-level beast tamers, who were in the middle of a fight, also stopped and looked at the intelligent war chariot, cautiously. They were all saint-level experts, but the intelligent war chariot dared to barge in. It must have come with ill intentions, and it had to attract their attention. The patriarch of the beast-taming clan glanced at the intelligent war chariot and thought to himself, could it be Su Chen? When he was on the mainland, he had seen the intelligent war chariot. But now, the intelligent war chariot was in the form of a spaceship. Its appearance was different from its flying form. Therefore, he couldn't be 100% sure. Old you, are you being hunted? Didn't I say I would protect you? You didn't mention my name? Su Chen got out of the car and looked at the grand ancestor of the beast tamers with a faint smile. Su Chen, it's really you. The patriarch of the beast tamer clan was pleasantly surprised. If it was in the past, he would definitely not want to see Su Chen. After all, he would be tricked every time he saw him. However, things were different now. He was being chased into a corner by 2 night demon saints. Su Chen's appearance was undoubtedly a savior. When the 2 night demon saints heard Su Chen's name, their faces turned extremely serious. Although they rarely returned to the mainland, they had heard of Su Chen's name. It was rumored that a few days ago, if it weren't for the Realm Lord's personal intervention, Su Chen would have eliminated the 5 superclans. Only the Realm Lord's personal intervention could stop Su Chen's massacre. It could be seen how terrifying Su Chen was. Moreover, they also knew that the Night Demon clan and Su Chen had a deep grudge. Would Su Chen take the opportunity to attack them? The two of them suddenly felt uneasy. Chapter 941. Su Chen, they are trying to kill me. Save me. The ancestral patriarch of the beast-taming race yelled at Su Chen. Su Chen narrowed his eyes and stared at the two saints of the Night Demon clan coldly. Even though he didn't say anything, the two of them felt extremely pressured. One of the saints of the Night Demon clan suddenly thought of something. His fear disappeared and he started to laugh wildly. Haha. Su Chen, this is the void, not the continent. Do you still want to show off? On the continent, their power would be suppressed to level 10. They wouldn't be Su Chen's match at all. But in the void, their power wouldn't be suppressed. Rumor had it that Su Chen was only a level 10 cultivator. So what if he was stronger than his peers? How could he be a match for a level 1 saint? Hearing this, the ancestral patriarch of the beast-taming race's face turned pale. He only knew that Su Chen was powerful, but he had completely forgotten where he was. In the void, how could Su Chen be a match for two saint-level experts? You think so? Su Chen curled his lips and sneered. Then he released his soul energy and tied up the saint of the Night Demon clan who was talking. You're a saint too? How is that possible? The saint of the Night Demon clan yelled in shock. Su Chen's spiritual force was able to bind him to the point that he couldn't move. This meant that Su Chen was definitely a saint rank, and most likely a second-level saint rank or above. But wasn't Su Chen only level 10 when he was on the continent? Why did he level up so many times as soon as he entered the void? What he didn't know was that Su Chen had already become a level 1 saint in the country of zombies on the continent. He just didn't have the chance to show it, so he was mistaken as a level 10 cultivator. Su Chen has become a saint. The ancestral patriarch of the beast-taming race murmured in shock. There are many things you don't know. Su Chen pulled the saint of the Night Demon clan closer with his soul energy and threw a punch. There was a loud explosion. The Night Demon saint was blasted to pieces and turned into a bloody mist. Level 2 saint level. Witnessing this scene, the patriarch of the Beast Tamer clan was so shocked that his jaw almost dropped. The Night Devil clan's fleshly body defensive power was absolutely one of the best among the myriad of clans. For Su Chen to be able to blast him apart with a single punch, he was definitely a level 2 saint. The great ancestor of the Beast Taming clan clearly remembered that when he first met Su Chen was only at level 7. In just 2 short years, Su Chen had already grown to this point, becoming a second-level Saint Realm super powerhouse. His cultivation speed was so fast that it was terrifying to the extreme. When the other Night Demon clan Saint class realized that Su Chen was a second-stage Saint class existence, he was scared out of his wits and trembled all over. When Su Chen's eyes fell on him, his heart skipped a beat and he yelled, Su Chen, we are all cultivators of the myriad clans. You can't kill me. If you kill me, the Realm Lord will not let you go. He knew that Su Chen would not let him go. If he wanted to live, he had to use the Realm Lord to suppress Su Chen. You want to use Old Wu to suppress me? Su Chen snorted softly, raised his hand and threw out a Pegasus meteor punch, and easily killed him. His agreement with Wu Tsong was that he was not allowed to kill indiscriminately on the continent, but there was no such restriction in the void. Come with me, Old Wu. After collecting the fragments, Su Chen called out to the ancestral patriarch of the Beast Taming clan and returned to the intelligent chariot. Without any hesitation, the ancestral patriarch of the Beast Taming clan followed Su Chen obediently. Chapter 942. Old Wu, why are the 2 night demons after you? Su Chen asked calmly. I have a grudge with one of the night demons. When we met in the void, they wanted to kill me because they outnumbered me, the ancestor of the beast-taming tribe said without hesitation. Su Chen looked at the old ancestor of the beast-taming clan in a daze and thought to himself, this old man can lie without blushing at all. He's lying so easily. He was sure that the night demons were after the exotic flame on the ancestor of the beast-taming tribe. That was the reason why he had come here. Since the ancestor of the beast-taming tribe refused to tell him the truth, he had to think of another way. Su Chen, why are you in the void? The ancestor of the beast-taming tribe asked at this moment. Hearing this, Su Chen had an idea. He pretended to be very angry and said coldly, I recently got a thunder strange fire, but I accidentally let it escape. Now I'm looking for it everywhere. Thunder exotic flame? The ancestor of the beast-taming tribe opened his mouth slightly. He felt that something was wrong. Su Chen snorted and continued, "If I find out who took my exotic flame, I'll cut him into pieces. I'll slaughter his entire tribe. Even the Sector Lord can't stop me." Gulp. The ancestor of the beast-taming tribe swallowed hard. He finally realized what was going on. Su Chen must have known that he had the 9-spirit thunder flame, and his purpose was to snatch it. He said that to threaten the ancestor of the beast-taming tribe to make him hand it over. Shameless. The ancestor of the beast-taming tribe was furious, but he didn't dare to show it. Instead, he said with a smile, "I happen to find an exotic flame. See if it's yours." He took out the 9-spiritual thunder flame from a spiritual beast pouch as he spoke. The 9-spirit lightning flame was covered in blue flames. It was only the size of a palm and looked similar to the bone-cold netherworld flame. It also looked like a small animal and was very cute. "This is it." Su Chen grabbed the 9-spirit lightning flame in his hand and flicked its forehead. He scolded, "If you dare to run around again, I'll break your dog legs." The 9-spirit lightning flame was stunned. "This is the first time we've met, okay? When have I ever escaped from your hands?" Su Chen did not give it a chance to speak and threw it into the pet-raising space. He had the bone-chill netherworld flame and the 8-waste destruction flame watch over it. After that, he looked at the patriarch of the Beast Tamer clan and said gratefully, "Old you, thank you so much." "You're welcome." The ancestor of the Beast Tamer clan forced a smile on his face. Su Chen cleared his throat and said, "You helped me find the heavenly flame, and I saved your life. We're even now. You took a heavenly flame from me for free. Are we even now?" The grand ancestor of the Beast Tamer clan felt indignant. However, thinking that if Su Chen didn't appear in time this time, he would really be in danger, and his heart was relieved a lot. "Old you, where do you plan to go?" Su Chen asked. He was in a hurry to go to the Flaming Leaf Forest and did not want to talk to the ancestor of the Beast Tamer clan. "The void is too dangerous. I plan to return to the Beast Tamer continent," the ancestor of the Beast Tamer clan replied. Su Chen nodded and opened the car door. "Then I won't waste your time." The ancestor of the Beast Tamer clan was stunned. Was Su Chen asking him to leave? He had just taken a heavenly flame, and now he was turning his back on him? Wasn't that too heartless? The ancestor of the Beast Tamer clan clicked his tongue and found an excuse for himself. "I'm in a hurry to go back. Goodbye." With that, he got out of the car. The moment he got out of the car, the intelligent war chariot picked up speed and disappeared into the vast universe in the blink of an eye. Chapter 943. After separating from the beast-taming tribe's patriarch, Su Chen opened the pet breeding space and took out the 9-spirit thunderflame. "Master, I'm willing to submit to you." Before Su Chen could speak, the 9-spirit thunderflame spoke first. The 9-spirit thunderflame being so tactful was out of Su Chen's expectations. Actually, Su Chen didn't know that the bone-chill netherflame had already given the 9-spirit thunderflame a lesson in the pet breeding space, analyzing the pros and cons. This made the 9-spirit lightning flame understand that there were only benefits and no disadvantages to following Su Chen. Even if the 9-spirit thunderflame was tactful, Su Chen still had to follow the procedure. After a while, he gave the 9-spirit thunderflame a pet potion and successfully subdued it. "Little thunderflame, what level is your mystical flame now?" Su Chen asked. "Master, I'm now a level 8 mystical flame," the 9-spirit thunderflame replied respectfully. "A little low," Su Chen muttered. The bone-chill netherflame and the 8-waste destruction flame had already reached the level of holy flames, but the 9-spirit thunderflame was only at level 8. There was a difference of 4 levels. If he fused the lightning spell, ice spell, and fire spell together, the 3 mystical flames wouldn't be able to adhere to it. After all, the difference in levels was too big to achieve a balance. Without the support of the mystical flames, even if the 3 spells fused together, the power would be greatly reduced. This was something Su Chen didn't want to see. However, he didn't have any more spirit gathering stones, so he couldn't help the 9-spirit thunderflame level up for now. "Looks like I have to find a way to get some spirit gathering stones." Su Chen muttered and sent the 9-spirit thunderflame into the pet breeding space. Then, he sat in the driver's seat and closed his eyes to rest. A day later, a fiery red island appeared in front of the intelligent war chariot. According to the markings on the map, this was the flaming leaf forest. The intelligent war chariot slowly flew over. When it approached, Su Chen discovered that the island was densely covered with plants with fiery red leaves. Therefore, from a distance, it appeared to be fiery red. In addition, Su Chen also discovered that there was an energy barrier surrounding the flaming leaves forest. There was only one entrance in front. At this moment, there were spaceships flying in and out of there. Su Chen glanced at it, then withdrew his gaze and ordered the intelligent chariot to fly over. At the entrance of the passage, Su Chen was finally allowed to enter after a series of interrogations and inspections, as well as paying 100 void stones. The teleportation array was located in a tall stone tower, only 1 mile away from the entrance. Su Chen put away the intelligent war chariot and quickly came to the stone tower under the guidance of a guard. A single teleportation requires 500 void stones. At the entrance of the stone tower stood a one-eyed old man, who glanced at Su Chen and said in a cold voice. Su Chen didn't care. After paying 500 void stones, he turned to the one-eyed old man and asked, "Uncle, where does this teleportation array lead to?" When he was on Li Jiao Island, he left in a hurry and didn't ask Li Chuanqi for details. He only knew that there was a teleportation array in the Flaming Leaves forest, but he didn't know where it led to. "You don't know?" the one-eyed old man exclaimed softly. He dared to teleport without knowing where the teleportation array led to? It was the first time he saw someone like Su Chen. "It leads to Skylight City." The one-eyed old man shook his head and replied. "Skylight City." Su Chen pondered for a moment, then asked, "Uncle, is there a teleportation array from Skylight City to the Void Fortress?" "There is no direct teleportation array to the Void Fortress, but it can reach Maguang City. Maguang City is not far from the Void Fortress." The one-eyed old man thought for a moment and replied. Chapter 944. Thank you, Uncle. Su Chen made up his mind and walked straight into the stone tower. Unexpectedly, before he could enter the stone tower, he saw a guard rushing over in a hurry. When he got close, he whispered something in the one-eyed old man's ear. Hearing this, the one-eyed old man frowned slightly and nodded to the guard. He turned to look at Su Chen and said a little embarrassedly, "Little brother, there's a problem with the teleportation array. It can't be used today." "What a coincidence. There's a problem with the teleportation portal when it's my turn?" Su Chen didn't quite believe this excuse. He said coldly, "What's wrong with the teleportation portal? How many days will it take before it can be used?" "I don't know exactly what the problem is or how many days it will take before it can be used." "The news came from the island master," the one-eyed old man said apologetically. Su Chen pondered for a moment and said, "Take me to your island master." "Kid, who do you think you are? Do you think you can meet the island master just because you want to?" The guard next to him scolded with disdain. Su Chen squinted his eyes slowly. A huge pressure spread out and forced the one-eyed old man and the guard to retreat. "Senior, please calm down." The one-eyed old man was shocked. He was only a level 10 cultivator. Under Su Chen's pressure, his breathing almost stopped. The guard was even worse. He was trembling all over and had already prostrated himself on the ground. "Take me to see your island master, or die," Su Chen shouted coldly. He was in a hurry to get to the Void Fortress. Even if the teleportation portal here couldn't be used, he had to find out the reason. He couldn't just wait like this. "Friend, don't be angry." Suddenly, a dignified voice drifted over from afar. Su Chen narrowed his eyes and glanced around, only to see an old man with fiery red hair flying over. Judging from the aura that the other party was emitting, he was a stage 1 sage. "Are you the island master here?" Su Chen stared at him and asked coldly. "This old man is Feng Qishan, the island master of the Flaming Leaf Forest. How should I address you, friend?" Feng Qishan's words were still relatively polite, because he could sense that Su Chen was definitely a saint stage expert. In the face of a saint-level existence, He did not have the slightest bit of strength. You don't need to know who I am. You just need to tell me why the teleportation array cannot be used, Su Chen said coolly. From his expression, it was as if he didn't care about Feng Qishan at all. Actually, he had his own reasons for not telling him. If Heaven-Scattering Taoist knew his whereabouts, he would definitely send someone to deal with him. Before the grand competition of Starry Sky, he did not want his disciple to cause trouble. As soon as Su Chen said this, the one-eyed old man was stunned. Feng Qishan was a stage 1 sage, but Su Chen did not give him any face at all. Wasn't this a little too arrogant? Feng Qishan frowned and a cold light flashed in his eyes. He sized up Su Chen and snorted, "We don't need an outsider to interfere with the matters of the Flaming Leaf Forest." After saying that, he gave the one-eyed old man a look. "Chen Shua, return the void energy stone to him." Su Chen's attitude made him very unhappy, so he did not plan to be nice to Su Chen. Without saying anything, Chen Shua took out the void energy stone and handed it to Su Chen. He said respectfully, "Senior, here's your item." Su Chen did not take it. Instead, he looked at Feng Qishan and pursed his lips. "Old Feng, I have a bad temper. You'd better give me a clear explanation. Otherwise you will suffer." Chapter 945. Are you threatening me? Feng Qishan's eyes turned cold, and his body was surrounded by a murderous aura. Although he couldn't see through Su Chen, he wasn't afraid of him since he was a sage. If Su Chen didn't know what was good for him, he would teach him a lesson. You can think of it that way, but let me give you a piece of advice. Don't fight me. Su Chen admitted it generously, and then reminded him. His tone was calm, but the meaning behind his words was extremely arrogant. Feng Qishan took a deep breath and suppressed the anger in his heart. He said coldly, "Leave now or don't blame me for being rude." "Come on, I'll wait," Su Chen said calmly. He knew that if he didn't teach Feng Qishan a lesson, Feng Qishan wouldn't tell him the truth. Arrogant. Feng Qishan couldn't suppress the anger in his heart anymore. He reached out his hand and grabbed at Su Chen. Although he was extremely angry, he still had a sense of propriety when he attacked. He only wanted to capture Su Chen, and he didn't have any intention of killing Su Chen. Su Chen turned a blind eye to this and stood motionless in the same place, allowing the hand to grab him. Is he scared out of his wits? Seeing this, Chen Shua felt extremely strange. Su Chen didn't dodge or counterattack. Why was he doing this? Feng Qishan also felt a little surprised, but he didn't think too much about it. He directly grabbed at Su Chen's chest. Unexpectedly, when he touched Su Chen, he was repelled by a strange force. What's going on? Before Feng Qishan could react, he felt an invisible force coming from all around him. It immediately suppressed his movements and slowed him down. What a strong mental strength. Feng Qishan was shocked. He was about to use other means to break free. However, he saw Su Chen reach out and pat him on the shoulder. Immediately, he felt as if a huge mountain was pressing on his body. He was pressed to the ground without any resistance. There was a rumbling sound. Feng Qishan was lying on the ground. Countless cracks had appeared on the ground around him, and they looked like spiderwebs. Witnessing this inconceivable scene, Chen Shua's entire expression became sluggish. How could a first-level saint-level expert be defeated so easily? Just how strong was this young human before him? Second or third-level saint-level. After Su Chen suppressed Feng Qishan, he didn't make any further moves. Instead, he retracted his mind power. His original intention was to find out why the teleportation formation could not be used. He had no intention of killing Feng Qishan. When Feng Qishan felt the invisible force disappear from his body, he quickly got up from the ground. At this moment, his face was completely red, and he wanted nothing more than to find a hole to hide in. Facing Su Chen, he was momentarily at a loss of what to do. Old Feng, can you explain it to me now? Su Chen said calmly. Senior, Tianguang City has been surrounded by heavenly void beasts, and the teleportation formation has been shut down. Therefore, we are unable to teleport, Feng Qishan replied respectfully. After witnessing Su Chen's strength, he didn't dare to hide anything. Surrounded by heavenly void beasts? Su Chen frowned slightly. After pondering for a while, he asked, "According to you, if the heavenly void beasts don't retreat, the teleportation formation won't be activated?" "Yes." Feng Qishan nodded. "How long will this last?" Su Chen asked. If it took too long, he would have to think of other ways to get to the heavenly void fortress. Feng Qishan thought for a while before replying, "This is not certain. Sometimes it will be a few months. Sometimes it will be a few years." Chapter 946. Su Chen didn't want to wait for a few days, let alone a few months or even a few years. After thinking for a while, he asked, "Is there a transmission formation that leads to the void fortress nearby?" Feng Qishan shook his head, but he seemed to have thought of something and hesitated to speak. "Old Feng, just say it." Su Chen was keenly aware of the change in Feng Qishan's expression, so he asked. "There is a transmission formation in the Luoyan ruins that leads to Blacktooth City, and Blacktooth City is only a dozen days away from the Void Fortress." Feng Qishan replied. "Since there is a transmission formation, why didn't you say so earlier?" Su Chen felt a little strange. Feng Qishan smiled bitterly, because the Luoyan ruins and Blacktooth City are under the control of the Void Beast. "So that's the case." Su Chen suddenly understood, and then asked, "What is the level of the strongest in the Luoyan ruins and Blacktooth City?" It was imperative to go to the Void Fortress, and he couldn't waste any time. If the level of the Void Beast in the Luoyan ruins was not high, he could directly kill it and enter Blacktooth City through the transmission formation there. Of course, the level of the Void Beast in Blacktooth City couldn't be too high, or else it would be like a sheep entering a tiger's den. There are only 5 Void Beasts in the Luoyan ruins, but they are all Saint rank powerhouses, and the most powerful one is a second stage Saint rank. The powerhouse in Blacktooth City is even more powerful, reaching the 4th stage of the Saint rank. Feng Qishan said with a serious expression. From Su Chen's tone, it seemed that he wanted to force his way in. He was now a little worried that Su Chen would let him lead the way. So he quickly explained the strength of the Void Beast in the Luoyan ruins and Blacktooth City to make Su Chen give up. Su Chen pondered. With his current strength, killing the Void Beast in the Luoyan ruins was not difficult. Entering Blacktooth City and killing his way out was also not a big problem. But if he did that, he would make too much noise, and his whereabouts would be exposed. The heaven-scattering Taoist would definitely send people to kill him, and he would inevitably encounter trouble. After pondering for a long time, Su Chen decided to go to the Luoyan ruins. Because time waits for no one. "Old Feng, follow me to the Luoyan ruins," Su Chen said with an unquestionable tone. The reason why he wanted to bring him along was firstly to lead the way, and secondly, to prevent Feng Qishan from deceiving him again. Ah! Feng Qishan was stunned. He really didn't understand why Su Chen was so obstinate when he had already made it so clear. Were they not afraid of death? Indeed, Su Chen was very strong. He was probably a second-level saint rank. However, the Luoyan ruins also had a second-level saint rank and 4 first-level saint rank. How could Su Chen be their opponent? What's more, the Blacktooth City had a 4th stage Saint rank Void Beast guarding it. Wouldn't teleporting there be suicidal? "Old Feng, if you do this well, not only will I not make things difficult for you, I will even give you some benefits. But if you don't agree, I'm afraid I'll slaughter everyone in the Flaming Leaf Forest." When Su Chen saw that Feng Qishan was a little hesitant, a sharp glint flashed across his eyes as he threatened him. Feng Qishan was shocked. If Su Chen really wanted to start a massacre, no one in the Flaming Leaf Forest could stop him. He didn't want to see the place that he had worked so hard to build be slaughtered. Finally, he gritted his teeth and said, "I agree. A wise man submits to circumstances. Old Feng, you're very good." Su Chen praised him, then took out the intelligent chariot and stepped into it. After entering the chariot, he said to Feng Qishan, "Old Feng, hurry up." Feng Qishan said a few words to Chen Shua, then turned and entered the intelligent chariot. Chapter 947. After that, under Feng Qishan's guidance, the intelligent war chariot flew straight to the Luoyan ruins. On the way, Su Chen asked, "Why are there only 5 void beasts in the Luoyan ruins?" Logically speaking, 5 saint-level void beasts should have a large number of subordinates. This situation where there were only 5 of them was very abnormal. There are rumors that they were expelled by the void beasts. The void beasts did not allow them to gather their clansmen. However, whether this is the case or not is not certain. Feng Qishan thought for a moment and explained. Su Chen did not think too much. No matter what the situation was, there were only 5 of them anyway. It was fine to kill them. 3 days later, the intelligent war chariot arrived in front of the Luoyan ruins. The Luoyan ruins itself was not very big. It looked like a small piece of broken land. There were piles of rocks inside, and it looked very messy. Senior, this is the Luoyan ruins. Feng Qishan reminded. Su Chen narrowed his eyes and glanced around. He said indifferently, let's go and find those 5 void beasts first. I have to go in too? Feng Qishan's expression became abnormally ugly. Previously, Su Chen only asked him to lead the way. He did not say that he had to enter the Luoyan ruins. This was the territory of 5 saint-level void beasts. If he barged in rashly, would he still be alive? Old Feng, you can't move your feet? Do you want me to help you? Su Chen's voice was a little cold. He had already made up his mind. Not only would he bring Feng Qishan into the Luoyan ruins, but he would also go to Blacktooth City together. Before confirming the truth of Feng Qishan's words, how could he let him escape? Senior, I'm coming. Feng Qishan gritted his teeth and followed behind Su Chen. He was a little afraid. If he did not agree, would he be killed by Su Chen on the spot? As soon as the 2 of them entered the Luoyan ruins, they had not walked far when the swift bird signal came from the pet breeding space. Master, I feel that danger is approaching you. Su Chen knew that their whereabouts must have been discovered by the saint-level void beasts here. However, he was originally looking for the other party, so he didn't mind. Soon, 5 tall figures arrived in front of Su Chen and Feng Qishan. They spread out and surrounded the 2 of them. Senior, we're surrounded. What should we do? Feng Qishan's face turned pale. With his strength, he could at most contend with a first-level saint-rank void beast. If he faced 2, he would be killed in a few moves. Could Su Chen deal with 4 of them by himself? Just kill them all. What else can we do? Su Chen said calmly. Kill them all? Feng Qishan clicked his tongue. The arrogance of Su Chen's tone had simply reached the point of insanity. 5 holy-level void beasts weren't ants. How could they be killed so easily? Haha, when the second-level saint-rank void beast saw Feng Qishan, it laughed wildly and said, Feng Qishan, you usually hide in the Flaming Leaves forest and we can't do anything to you. Today, you've taken the initiative to come to us. This is really unexpected. We're just here to borrow the teleportation formation. We don't have any other intentions. Feng Qishan laughed bitterly. Borrow the teleportation formation? The 5 heavenly void beasts looked at each other and burst into laughter. The cultivators of the 10,000 races and the void beasts were mortal enemies. Feng Qishan actually came to their territory to borrow the teleportation formation. This was simply ridiculous. At this moment, they even thought that Feng Qishan's brain was damaged. Not only do we want to borrow the teleportation formation, but we also want to take the opportunity to kill you. Su Chen's lips curled into a playful smile as he added. Chapter 948. Kill us? The 5 void beasts were slightly taken aback. When they saw that the person who spoke was a young human, the 5 of them became extremely furious. A mere human cultivator, a lowly race among the thousands of races, dared to threaten to kill them? This was even worse than Feng Qishan's illness. At this moment, they made up their minds that they must make Su Chen, this arrogant bastard, suffer thousands of torments before he dies. Only then would they be able to vent their anger. Brat, I will make you regret living in this world. A first-stage sage-level void beast roared and smashed its fist toward Su Chen. Before the fist arrived, a strong gust of wind swept toward Su Chen, causing Su Chen's clothes to flutter. They attacked. Feng Qishan's heart thumped violently. The other party had already attacked. What should he do? However, at this moment, a shrill scream suddenly sounded. Su Chen grabbed the void beast's fist and clenched it, crushing it into meat paste. What terrifying strength! Feng Qishan was shocked. One had to know that the physical strength of the void beast was stronger than that of the Night Demon clan. However, Su Chen could crush it easily. It was obvious how powerful he was. At the same time that Su Chen crushed the void beast's fist, he threw out a punch and hit the void beast's head. Bang! The void beast's head exploded, and it died on the spot. He killed a first-stage sage-level void beast so easily? Feng Qishan widened his eyes in shock. He knew that Su Chen was a second-stage sage level. However, it shouldn't be so easy for a second-stage sage-level void beast to kill a first-stage sage-level void beast, right? What was the difference between this and crushing an ant? Was Su Chen too powerful? Or was the void beast too weak? Feng Qishan's mind was buzzing. He is a second-stage sage-level expert. Let's attack together. The second-level saint-rank void beast was shocked. It roared and led the other 3 first-level saint-rank void beasts to surround Su Chen. Su Chen's strength had far exceeded his expectations. It made him deeply realize that if they wanted to kill Su Chen, they would only have a chance if they attacked together. When Feng Qishan saw this, he struggled intensely in his heart. In the end, he made the decision to fight alongside Su Chen. Because once Su Chen was defeated and killed, only death would await him. However, before he could make a move, a pitch-black saber suddenly appeared in Su Chen's hand. Then, Su Chen swept out with his saber. Suddenly, a blue torrent emitting a violent aura of thunder and lightning rushed out. The 4 holy-level void beasts were reduced to charred corpses upon contact, and they died on the spot. He killed 4 void beasts in one strike. Feng Qishan was dumbfounded. The impact of Su Chen's strength on him was unprecedented. Before he came, he had already prepared himself for the worst. He even thought that he would not be able to leave this place alive. He did not expect that 5 holy-level void beasts would be so weak before Su Chen. Moreover, judging from Su Chen's casual manner, he did not seem to have used any strength at all. If he was already so powerful without using any strength, how powerful would he be if he used his killing move? Feng Qishan was indescribably shocked. He could not regain his senses for a long time. Su Chen dug out the void energy stones from the 5 holy-level void beasts. After collecting the fragments, he noticed that Feng Qishan was still in a daze. He reminded him, "Old Feng, don't just stand there. Come with me." Ha! Feng Qishan regained his senses and followed behind Su Chen. After witnessing Su Chen's unparalleled prowess, he became even more respectful. Chapter 949. Su Chen and Feng Qishan searched the Wild Goose Ruins for a while and soon found the teleportation array. "Old Feng, let's enter the teleportation array." Su Chen glanced at the teleportation array and said to Feng Qishan beside him, "Senior, I have to go too?" Feng Qishan's face changed and the corners of his mouth trembled. The other side of the teleportation array was Blacktooth City, the territory of the Void Beasts, and there was a level 4 saint-level Void Beast guarding it. It was fine if Su Chen wanted to die, but he didn't want to die with him. "Of course you have to go. If you don't go, how will I know if the teleportation array is real or fake?" Su Chen said matter-of-factly. "Senior, the other side of the teleportation array is definitely Blacktooth City, I can swear." Feng Qishan promised. Once he entered Blacktooth City, he would definitely die. He didn't want to go at all. "Don't worry, with me here, you won't die. If those void beasts dare to cause trouble, I don't mind slaughtering them all," Su Chen said lightly. With his current strength, dealing with a level 4 saint-level void beast was not a problem. And after the golden puppet combined with the other 2 saint-level puppets, its cultivation would soar to level 3 saint-level. It was not impossible for the 2 of them to join forces and slaughter Blacktooth City. Of course, his main purpose was to go to the Void Fortress. If the void beasts of Blacktooth City were sensible, he would restrain himself a little. Slaughter Blacktooth City. Feng Qishan swallowed his saliva with difficulty. His heart was in his throat. He admitted that Su Chen was strong, but no matter how strong he was only level 2 saint level. It was possible for him to kill someone of the same level, or even defeat a level 3 saint level, but it was definitely impossible for him to deal with a level 4 saint level. After all, there was a difference of 2 levels, And the combat power of void beasts was far beyond the practitioners of the 10,000 races. How could Su Chen fight a level 4 saint-level void beast head-on? He even wanted to slaughter Blacktooth City. He was simply boasting shamelessly. Of course, he only dared to criticize these thoughts in his heart. He absolutely did not dare to say it out loud. Senior, why don't you think about it again? Feng Qishan persuaded. Dilly-dallying like a woman. Su Chen was getting impatient. He released his mental strength and threw Feng Qishan into the teleportation array. Then, he also entered in a flash. Then, he used his mental power to press the button to activate the teleportation. It's over. When Feng Qishan saw that this was unavoidable, he could not help but lament in his heart. After a moment of dizziness, Su Chen and Bai Yunfei appeared in a large black hall. Cultivators of the myriad races. Why are you here? Suddenly, an angry voice entered Su Chen's ears. Su Chen narrowed his eyes and looked around, only to see hundreds of void beasts gathered in the hall. Their auras were exceptionally powerful, and the strongest one had reached the second stage of the saint rank. I'm just passing through. I don't mean anything else. Su Chen replied casually and slowly walked down the teleportation array. Feng Qishan hesitated for a moment before gritting his teeth and following closely behind Su Chen. Passing through? The group of void beasts was stunned for a moment. Then they laughed maniacally. Kid, do you know where this is? You're here to die, aren't you? A void beast at the first level of the saint rank stared at Su Chen with a mocking expression. Su Chen curled his lips and smiled contemptuously. You're just a group of ants. If you know what's good for you, scram. Otherwise, don't blame me for killing. As soon as he said this, the surroundings fell silent for a moment. All of the void beasts looked at Su Chen with a strange look in their eyes. At this moment, they were somewhat suspicious. Was this young human's brain damaged? He was in Blacktooth City and was surrounded by many strong people, yet he still dared to be so unscrupulous and talk nonsense. Was he really tired of living? Was he here to find excitement? Chapter 950. Feng Qishan was scared out of his wits. Listening to Su Chen's tone, not only was he not afraid, he even seemed to be provoking. Who gave him the courage? Challenging the entire Blacktooth City by himself, even a 5th stage saint rank would not dare to be so arrogant, right? Boy, you've successfully angered me. I'll skin you alive and make you regret living in this world. The 1st stage saint rank void beast who spoke just now rushed to Su Chen with a ferocious expression and grabbed at Su Chen. The other void beasts did not intervene, but stood in place to watch the show. In their opinion, a 1st stage saint rank clansman was enough. After all, Su Chen was just a weak human, and he looked so young. He could not be that powerful. You're overestimating yourself. Su Chen snorted softly and punched out with his fist. Bang! The 1st level saint rank void beast suffered a violent blow, and its entire body was torn into pieces, turning into a pile of minced meat. Hiss! Witnessing this scene, the whole hall was filled with gasps. From the beginning to now, they had never thought that a 1st stage saint rank clansman would be killed by a young human, and it was done in a second with a punch. At this moment, they clearly recognized Su Chen's strength. He's a 2nd stage saint rank existence. One of the void beasts roared in shock. The other void beasts were shocked. Su Chen was already a 2nd stage saint rank expert at such a young age. This was something they had never expected. Moreover, Su Chen could kill a 1st stage saint rank void beast so easily. His strength must be far beyond his peers. Perhaps only a 3rd stage saint rank expert could suppress him. Thinking of this, the hall was filled with a layer of fear. This was because the strongest void beast present was only at the 2nd stage of the sacred rank. A 2nd stage saint rank was definitely no match for Su Chen. If Su Chen suddenly attacked, they would all be in danger. Who dares to be presumptuous here? All of a sudden, a cold voice sounded in the hall. Sir Lung Ao is here. All the heavenly void beasts instantly became extremely excited, and their original feelings of fear also disappeared. Not only was Lung Ao the deputy city lord of Blacktooth City, he was also a level 3 saint rank expert. With him around, Su Chen definitely wouldn't be able to make a splash. Soon, a skinny void beast entered the hall. He was Lung Ao. When he saw the remains of the void beast's corpse in the hall, his face was immediately filled with extreme anger. Human, you better give me a reasonable explanation. Otherwise, your end will be very miserable. Ling Ao stared unwaveringly at Su Chen. His voice was extremely cold and his eyes were filled with sharpness. I just wanted to pass through and your clansmen attacked me. I had no choice but to kill them. Su Chen said casually, and then said lightly, while I'm still in a good mood, hurry up and apologize to me. Give me some compensation, and I might consider sparing your life. Feng Qishan was completely dumbfounded. Even he couldn't stand Su Chen's arrogance. How could Ling Ao endure it? Shameless boasting. Acting recklessly. The group of void beasts were indignant. Ling Ao was also completely enraged. With a roar, a giant golden saber appeared in his hand and slashed towards Su Chen. This giant golden saber was a sacred weapon. The moment it appeared, the entire hall was filled with a terrifying murderous aura. What a terrifying saber aura! Feng Qishan was affected and couldn't help but tremble. At the same time, he began to worry about Su Chen. Not only was Ling Ao a level 3 saint rank existence, but he also used a sacred weapon. Under such circumstances, could Su Chen still be his opponent? Chapter 951. Just as the giant golden saber was about to slash down, Su Chen threw out the integrated 5 extremes mountain. Accompanied by the sound of metal clashing, the giant golden saber was bounced off. How is this possible? Ling Ao cried out in shock, his eyes filled with disbelief. The giant golden saber was a divine weapon of excellent quality. In the past, it could be said to be invincible and unstoppable. Even if it encountered a divine weapon, it could still destroy it. It was the first time he encountered such a situation where he was sent flying upon contact. Su Chen seized the opportunity when Ling Ao was in a daze. He moved his feet and appeared in front of Ling Ao in a flash. Immediately after, a befuddled life was launched from afar. As a stage 3 sacred rank expert, Ling Ao's willpower was extremely strong. He quickly broke free from the illusion. However, it was too late. At this moment, Su Chen was already holding the Chaos Skysplitter sword, aiming at Ling Ao and slashing down. In an instant, a black vortex about 10 feet in size shrouded Ling Ao's head. It was too late for Ling Ao to escape. He could only resist with his physical body. Sizzle. Crack, accompanied by a bone-chilling shattering sound, half of Ling Ao's body was crushed. Bang! After Ling Ao's lower body fell to the ground, the entire hall fell into a suffocating silence. All the void beasts looked at Su Chen with deep respect and fear. The dignified deputy city lord of Blacktooth City, a super expert of the 3rd stage of the saint rank, was no match for Su Chen and was killed on the spot. Su Chen's strength shocked everyone. He's actually so strong. Feng Qishan swallowed his saliva, his heart was in turmoil. At first, when Su Chen wanted to come to Blacktooth City, he threatened to slaughter everyone. He thought Su Chen was crazy. However, when he saw Su Chen kill Ling Ao, he suddenly realized that Su Chen wasn't talking nonsense, and he wasn't acting tough either. He really did have the strength to do so. Moreover, based on the fact that he had killed Ling Ao in an instant, he would even be able to fight against the Castellan of Blacktooth City. After killing Ling Ao, Su Chen quickly collected the fragments and dug out the void energy stones. He gave Feng Qishan a look and said, "Old Feng, follow me." If he continued to attack, he would be fighting against all the void beasts in Blacktooth City. If it were any other time, it wouldn't have mattered. Most importantly, he was in a hurry to get to the void fortress, so he didn't want to continue killing. Su Chen leisurely walked out of the hall. Everywhere he passed, not only were there no void beasts obstructing him, they moved aside successively and took the initiative to open up space for Su Chen. When Feng Qishan saw this, he sighed with emotion. This is the charm of a powerhouse. Although he was surrounded by void beasts, he was strolling leisurely as if he was in an uninhabited land, forcing a group of void beasts to move aside. Only a super powerhouse like Su Chen could do such a magnificent feat. Feng Qishan regained his senses and quickly followed behind Su Chen, afraid that he would fall behind. When Su Chen leisurely walked out of the hall, he suddenly felt a huge pressure in front of him. At the same time, the swift bird also reminded him, "Master, a powerhouse has arrived. A void beast of the 4th stage of the sacred rank." Su Chen narrowed his eyes and muttered. There was only one void beast of the 4th stage of the sacred rank in Blacktooth City, so the one who came must be the castellan of Blacktooth City. Wei Yong is here. Feng Qishan's expression froze. Wei Yong was the castellan of Blacktooth City, a 4th stage sacred rank powerhouse. Su Chen had killed 2 sacred ranks in Blacktooth City, and even the deputy castellan, Lung Ao. It wasn't surprising that Wei Yong would appear here. Chapter 952. You are Su Chen. When he saw Su Chen's appearance clearly, Wei Yong was stunned for a moment, and then his expression became somewhat unnatural. Although Su Chen was a cultivator of the 10,000 races, his reputation had long spread throughout the void. Not only had Wei Yong heard of Su Chen's name, but he had also seen Su Chen's portrait, so he recognized him at a glance. He is Su Chen? Feng Qishan looked at Su Chen in a daze, and his heart was filled with extreme shock. It was rumored that Su Chen was extraordinarily talented, powerful, and extremely ferocious. Countless experts had died in his hands, and almost everywhere he went, he would set off a storm of blood, but no one could stop him. I can't believe he's with this killing god. Feng Qishan clicked his tongue fiercely, and his heart was very complicated. You know me? Su Chen looked at Wei Yong and let out a soft sound of surprise. Wei Yong nodded, and then said, Su Chen, Blacktooth City has no enmity with you. Why did you barge in? And start a massacre? If it was someone else, he would definitely not have killed Sorrow directly. But facing Su Chen, he could not do so. Since Su Chen's debut, he had never been defeated, and the number of sage-level experts who had died in his hands was almost uncountable. Even as a Stage 4 sage-level expert, he did not dare to underestimate Su Chen. I was just passing through, but your people insisted on attacking me, so I had no choice but to kill them, Su Chen said very naturally. You mean we were wrong? Wei Yong asked in a muffled voice. This was Blacktooth City, the territory of the Void Beasts. Su Chen had barged in for no reason, and even made a false accusation, which made him very angry. Of course you were wrong. Su Chen snorted and said coldly, You should know the way I, Su Chen, do things. If people don't offend me, I won't offend them. If they don't offend me, why would I attack them? Looking at Su Chen's confident expression, Wei Yong was furious. It was clearly Su Chen who was in the wrong, but when it came out of Su Chen's mouth, it sounded as if he was forced to do so. Then what exactly do you want? Wei Yong suppressed his anger and asked. Even if he was furious to the extreme, he did not want to have a falling out with Su Chen, because he didn't have the slightest confidence that he could kill Su Chen. Once Su Chen escaped or was defeated by Su Chen, the consequences would be unimaginable. He couldn't afford to pay such a price. Since you know your limits, I will leave Blacktooth City if you give me some rewards, Su Chen said in a low voice. If Wei Yong did not come, he would have left immediately. But since Wei Yong was here, he might as well take the opportunity to get some benefits. Feng Qishan, who was at the side, was stunned. If other people rashly barged into Blacktooth City, they would be lucky to survive. Su Chen, on the other hand, not only killed people here, he also wanted to extort a sum of money. He was simply lawless. The corner of Wei Yang's mouth twitched. After hesitating for a while, he finally compromised. He took out 2 black ores from his storage bag and threw them to Su Chen. What ores are these? Su Chen looked at them carefully. He did not recognize the ores, so he asked. They are called black pure ores. They can be used to refine divine weapons, and can also help raise the level of strange fire, Wei Yong explained. He knew that Su Chen would not be interested in ordinary things, and would even incur Su Chen's anger. He might as well give the black pure ores and let Su Chen, the jinx, leave quickly. Su Chen's eyes lit up. Something that could help raise the level of strange fire was exactly what he needed. He never thought that he would get it in Blacktooth City. It was indeed an unexpected surprise. Chapter 953. However, Su Chen had no idea which one was better between the black pure stone and the spirit gathering stone. After pondering for a while, he opened the pet rearing space and contacted the bone chill nether fire. Little Goo, do you know about the black pure stone? Master, the black pure stone is similar to the spirit gathering stone. They can both help our strange fire level up, the bone chill nether fire replied immediately. How many black pure stones does Little Thunder need to level up to the holy fire level? Su Chen continued asking. The 9 spirit thunder flame was only at level 8. Its level was too low. It could only be used when it leveled up to the holy fire level. The quality of the black pure stone is slightly better than the spirit gathering stone, but you need at least 4 of them. The bone chill nether fire replied after thinking for a while. At least 4 of them? Su Chen pondered for a while and asked Wei Yong. Do you have any more black pure stones? 2 black pure stones were obviously not enough to satisfy his appetite. If Wei Yong had any more, he planned to get them all. No. Wei Yong said straightforwardly. The black pure stones were not cabbages. He was lucky to have gotten 2 of them. Moreover, even if he had more, he would not say it out loud. You really don't have any more? Su Chen stared at Wei Yong with an unfriendly look in his eyes. Su Chen, I really don't have any more. Don't push me too far. Wei Yong said through gritted teeth. He had already made a huge concession. If Su Chen still did not give up, he could only fight Su Chen head-on. Seeing that Wei Yong did not look like he was lying, Su Chen said calmly, If you don't have any more, then you don't have any more. Why are you so agitated? Are you acting like I stole something from you? Wei Yong almost choked to death when he heard that. He had just extorted the black pure stones. What was the difference between that and daylight robbery? Were all the cultivators of the myriad races so shameless? However, he could only curse in his heart. He did not dare to say anything to Su Chen. Su Chen did not want to waste time here. He took out the intelligent war chariot and called out to Feng Qishan, Old Feng, let's go. All right. Feng Qishan reacted and quickly boarded the intelligent war chariot. If Su Chen left him here alone, he would definitely be beaten to a pulp. Just now, he was a little worried that Su Chen would not care about him. Fortunately, Su Chen was very trustworthy. Satoshi, leave this place. After getting in the car, Su Chen ordered. Yes. The intelligent war chariot received the order and left. They're finally gone. Wei Yong let out a long sigh of relief when the intelligent war chariot disappeared from his sight. Old Feng, this place shouldn't be far from Maguang City, right? Su Chen asked on the way. There were still a few months before the Starry Sky tournament. He wanted to take advantage of this time to wander around and see if he could get some spirit gathering stones and black pure stones to help the 9 spirit lightning flame become a sacred flame. It is indeed very close. We can reach there in less than a day, Feng Qishan replied. You lead the way to Maguang City. When you get there, you can leave. Su Chen ordered. He had said before that he would let Feng Qishan go after leaving Blacktooth City. Thank you, Senior. Feng Qishan thanked him and was relieved. Although Su Chen was powerful, he had offended too many people. Following Su Chen, it was hard to guarantee that he would not be implicated. It was better to leave as soon as possible. Su Chen nodded and then asked, Old Feng, which force is in control of Maguang City? Now that his whereabouts had been exposed, not only did he have to guard against heaven-scattering Taoist, but also the Han family and the Gu family. He did not want to enter their territory again. Chapter 954. Maguang City belongs to the Fire Demon race. Feng Qishan said. Fire Demon race? Su Chen pondered and asked, how is the strength of the Fire Demon race? It was the first time he had heard of the Fire Demon race, so he wanted to know more about them. The strongest person of the Fire Demon race is called Hua Huan, a 4th stage saint rank fire-attributed spirit caster and evolver. His strength is abnormally strong, not much worse than an ordinary 5th stage saint rank. Feng Qishan said and reminded again, the Fire Demon race is very grumpy, and they will fight with people at the slightest disagreement. Su Chen was also a master who would fight at the slightest disagreement. He was a little worried that Su Chen would have a conflict with the fire demon race as soon as he entered Maguang City. Su Chen didn't care much. It had nothing to do with him whether the fire demon race was grumpy or not, as long as they didn't act grumpy in front of him. Otherwise, he would have to change the fire demon race's temper. After a while, Su Chen sat in the driver's seat and closed his eyes to rest. The intelligent war chariot flew for a day, and a huge city gradually appeared in front of them. "Senior, we've arrived at Maguang City," Feng Qishan reminded. Su Chen slowly opened his eyes, glanced at Maguang City, and ordered the intelligent war chariot, Satoshi, enter the city. Like the flaming leaf forest, Maguang City was also wrapped in a layer of energy shield. If you want to enter, you can only enter from the designated passage. At this time, there were several fire demon race members guarding the passage, and anyone who enters must pay a certain amount of void energy stones. Su Chen put away the intelligent war chariot and landed at the entrance of the passage with Feng Qishan. There were many people entering in front, so Su Chen didn't break the rules and waited slowly. When it was their turn, a fire demon race member glanced at Su Chen and said coldly, "Humans are not allowed to enter." Ha! Su Chen was taken aback for a moment and asked puzzledly, "Why?" Just now, he saw clearly that there were many other races entering Maguang City, so why did they not let the human race enter? There is no reason. This is the rule of Maguang City. Hurry up and leave. Otherwise, don't blame us for being impolite. The fire demon god snorted coldly. Feng Qishan had a bad feeling when he heard this. What kind of person was Su Chen? Even void beasts at the 4th level of the Saint Realm had to submit to him. A mere guard of the fire demon clan dared to talk to Su Chen with such an attitude? Did he want to die? Feng Qishan could already imagine that this guard would be in big trouble. Maybe the entire Maguang City would be implicated. Once the battle began, he would not be able to escape unscathed. After all, he had come here with Su Chen. You better give me a reasonable explanation. Otherwise, I will think that you are discriminating against us humans. Su Chen's voice gradually turned cold, and his body emitted a faint murderous aura. As a member of the human race, he would never allow other races to discriminate against him. If anyone dared to do this, he would teach them a lesson and make them change their mind. Give you an explanation? The fire demon clan guard snorted and said with a look of disdain, "Boy, do you know where this is? This is Maguang City, the territory of our fire demon clan. Do we need to explain to a weak human like you? Hurry up and get lost. Otherwise, I will kill you on the spot." A cold light flashed in Su Chen's eyes, and he released his mental force. While binding the fire demon clan guard, he grabbed his neck. "Those who humiliate my human race must die." Su Chen snorted coldly and then broke the neck of the fire goblin clan guard. Chapter 955. Witnessing this scene, the outsiders at the entrance were all dumbfounded. Since when were the humans so ferocious? Killing people just like that? One must know that Maguang City was the lair of the Hua clan, and the Hua clan was one of the top 10 hidden clans in the void. Their strength was absolutely not to be underestimated. Su Chen was just a human, but he dared to kill people in front of the Hua clan. Wasn't he too bold? Wasn't he afraid of suffering the revenge of the Hua clan? Feng Qishan also trembled in fear. He had long known that Su Chen had a bad temper, but he didn't expect him to be violent to this extent, killing people just because of a disagreement. It was as if he didn't put the Fire Goblin clan in Maguang City in his eyes at all. "You dare to kill people?" The guards of the Fire Demon tribe reacted and were immediately enraged. They surrounded Su Chen. "I've already killed them. If you don't accept it, you can continue." Su Chen glanced at them and said flatly. Even if the Fire Goblin clan guards were furious to the extreme, none of them dared to make a move. There was no other reason. The strength Su Chen showed was too strong. He could kill a level 10 cultivator with a raise of his hand. He was definitely a saint-rank existence. If they dared to make a move, there was only one outcome, which was to be beheaded on the spot. Since you don't dare to make a move, then get lost. Don't hinder me from entering the city. Su Chen snorted coldly and walked straight into the city. Under the deterrence of Su Chen, the Fire Goblin Clan guards retreated and took the initiative to make way for Su Chen. Aren't the Fire Goblin Clan guards too scared? They are one of the top 10 hidden clans. How could they just let this human kid kill people and enter the city? What do you know? This human is a saint rank existence. Who dares to stop him? But there are many Fire Goblin Clan saints in Maguang City. This kid still dares to enter. Isn't he afraid of being killed? The human race is proud and arrogant. He thinks he can look down on everyone just because he has reached the saint level. He doesn't know that there are countless beings in the void who are more powerful than him. He even dares to kill the guards of the Fire Demon Clan. He will die for sure as long as he enters the city. Seeing that Su Chen still dared to enter the city, the surrounding strange races started to whisper among themselves. They all agreed that once Su Chen entered the city, he would definitely not be able to come out alive. Who dares to behave atrociously in my Maguang City? Just as Su Chen was about to enter Maguang City, a cold roar entered his ears. Su Chen stopped and took a closer look. He saw a Fire Demon clansman who was as strong as a small mountain running out of the city. Elder Huafeng of the Fire Demon Clan has come out. This human brat is dead for sure. As soon as the flame edge appeared, a commotion broke out all around. Human, did you kill my clan's guards? Huafeng pointed at the corpse of the Fire Demon Clan's guard on the ground and questioned coldly. Yes. Su Chen admitted it generously. Give me a reason. Huafeng suppressed his anger and stared at Su Chen. Su Chen's indifferent attitude made him mutter to himself, so he didn't make a move immediately. Your Fire Demon Clan dares to discriminate against my human race. You deserve to die. If you have the same idea as him, I don't mind killing you too. Su Chen said calmly. But the domineering and unscrupulous tone in his words were unreservedly revealed. Hiss! Suddenly, there was a sound of cold air being sucked in. Huafeng was a second-level saint-level powerhouse, yet Su Chen still dared to speak so arrogantly. Was he fearless? Or was he ignorant and fearless? A group of strange races were looking forward to a good show. Chapter 956. Huafeng took a deep breath, and a strong murderous aura spread out from his body. Affected by his aura, the surrounding aliens retreated. How arrogant! I'd like to see how you're going to kill me today. Huafeng could no longer suppress the anger in his heart. With a roar, he charged at Su Chen. A mere human dared to spout such nonsense in the Fire Demon tribe's territory. If he couldn't kill him, how could he survive in the void? What would the other aliens think of the Fire Demon tribe? Therefore, no matter what, he had to kill Su Chen today and tell the world that this was the consequence of offending the Fire Demon tribe. Huafeng is in trouble. Feng Qishan let out a sigh and quickly retreated. Among everyone present, he was the only one who knew Su Chen's true identity, and he had seen how powerful Su Chen was. A third-stage saint-rank void beast was killed like an ant by Su Chen, and a fourth-stage saint-rank void beast was so intimidated by Su Chen that it couldn't move. Huafeng, a mere second-stage saint-rank, dared to show off in front of Su Chen? Wasn't he seeking death? You're overestimating yourself. Su Chen's mouth was filled with contempt. Just as Huafeng was about to reach him, he released his spiritual force and restrained Huafeng. Although they were both second-stage saint ranks, Su Chen had eaten 20 essence fruits twice, so his spiritual force was far stronger than his peers. It wasn't any weaker than a third-stage saint rank. Huafeng felt as if he was trapped in a swamp, and all his movements became extremely sluggish. Spiritual force. How can it be so powerful? Huafeng was inexplicably shocked. His voice trembled as he spoke. The aliens around them also noticed that something was wrong. Huafeng, who was originally aggressive, stopped when he was about to reach Su Chen. It looked like he was being controlled. While they were still trying to figure out what was going on, Su Chen took a step forward, grabbed Huafeng by the neck, and lifted him into the air as if he were a chicken. Witnessing this scene, everyone's jaws dropped. Their faces were filled with shock and disbelief. They remembered clearly that Su Chen had strangled a Fire Yao guard just like that. However, the Fire Demon Clan guard was only at level 10, while Huafeng was a true second-stage saint rank. How could he be lifted up by the neck so easily? Woo-woo! Huafeng's face turned pale as he realized that Su Chen was a peak expert. He was so regretful that his intestines turned green. He wanted to beg for mercy. However, his neck was strangled and he could not speak at all. You fire demons are like ants in my eyes. How dare you look down on us humans? You deserve to die. Su Chen stared at Hua Feng and snorted coldly. He then increased the strength of his hand, causing Hua Feng to roll his eyes. Seeing that Hua Feng was about to be strangled to death, an angry roar came from Aguang City. Stop, you dare to kill him. After all, you are going to turn him into ashes. Kacha! What answered him was the crisp sound of something breaking. Su Chen mercilessly broke Hua Feng's neck and threw him to the ground. Then, he turned to the Fire Demon Clan member who spoke and said indifferently, "What I hate the most is others threatening me. He violated my taboo, so he must die." F***CK. Seeing Su Chen mercilessly kill without hesitation, the surrounding outsiders were all dumbfounded. The one who came was a stooped old man from the Fire Demon Clan. He did not expect that Su Chen would really dare to make a move and was about to explode in anger. "Kid, tell me your name. I don't kill nameless people." The stooped old man stared at Su Chen and shouted, "You're tuning in to the Dreamy Chapters YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure."